What's up, y'all? It's your boy BDaMan of the Bad Boys Podcast. We got a few more of the crew in the house today. Of course, got my boy Mike B with me, right-hand man. Got my boy Thornton Talks Wrestling. And we got two more members of the crew in the house. Got our boy JoeG from the mean streets of New York. And my our bro Unk, Remy in the house as well. How we feeling, fellas? How we feeling?
It's a great day to be alive.
So, I'm all right. This was a whack WWE week, though.
I'm between naps, so let's go.
Oh, Lord. All right, so I know we kind of doing a highs and lows edition of this past week in wrestling, and I know, Mikey, I heard you mention Raw a little bit, so let's get into Raw. I know we all had various thoughts about Raw. What did y'all think about this past Monday's Raw?
Whack.
Damn, you ain't gotta say it like that. My man hit him with the. I envisioned that meme as soon as he said whack.
Yeah, I could hear it too.
He cracked the belt on him. Whack.
Bro said, let me go ahead and take this Band-Aid off already, bro.
Right.
Wasted no time.
I'm not
good.
putting honey in this. No.
Could have been better. Didn't move me.
I was gonna say, but damn, whack make me feel like I'm being nice about it. Damn.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Whack. I'm drawing a blank when a lot of that happened on the show.
Hey, that's why Mike and I had to watch highlights before we got on, because I couldn't remember shit. And mind you, I was gardened at the time, so I really couldn't remember shit after a certain point.
I wanted to rewatch the whole show, but I remembered while we were all watching it live on Monday that I was not liking the show to begin with. So I was like, man, I really don't want to put myself through that 2 times in 1 week.
You know what? Let me go ahead and try to find some Raw highlights. Well, because I know the Usos defended the tag titles and Jimmy was like, Jay should go win the Elimination Chamber. Other than that, I don't know shit.
Well, everything from Raw was too predictable. Everything was far too predictable for my liking on Raw.
You know what?
Yeah, we had the Becky and AJ promo, which, watching it back, I thought was all right. I mean, Becky was Becky trumping.
Becky was doing too much in that promo.
Yeah, it seemed too forced to me.
Like, baby girl, we know you're a little agitated. Calm down.
Becky's part of the promo seemed too forced for me.
No, I agree.
Yeah, to be honest, I think it was
MAGA Merida.
I think the
she was tolerable. She was barely tolerable before she got on that stick. Man, come on.
And it's a shame because Becky, when she wants to be, is a really good promo.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I think what they were trying to do is that AJ Lee is just so much in her head that she can't, think straight and everything like that, which is fine.
The crazy girl is driving me crazy.
The promo just it didn't do anything for me, and I ended up being confused by the end of it.
AJ Lee is 38 years old, has not aged a fucking day. Golly.
Yeah.
Because she ain't got no racism in her heart. What?
Exactly.
What? Did I say something wrong? Did I say it incorrect? I did.
Hey, no lies detected.
Look here.
Let him cook.
Also, with the amount of crazy that Becky is exhibiting around AJ, you would think they got something going on. Like, crazy women ain't supposed to drive. Women ain't dating crazy. And Becky is losing her ever-loving mind to the point where she is literally parroting Trump every week. And I'm like, I am over it. Bum activity. Stop it.
Oh, goodness gracious.
It's like I am being dragged through wrestling right now, and it's killing me. And I'm like, why,
bro? And I don't know if I heard something wrong. Like, it sounded like AJ's. They got into the whole thing where AJ was like, "Oh, so you want to fight me 1-on-1 or whatever was going on there," and then she said that she wanted a championship or something had to be on the line for her. Which she was talking about the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Because then at some point I heard that the match was going to be if AJ won, then she gets a future shot at the title. Then I started hearing that the match is going to be for the title. And I don't know if I heard something wrong or what. but I ended up being confused, and I have no clue if it's for the title or not.
From my understanding,
let me look into that.
From my understanding, when I watched it back, is that if AJ wins, she gets a future title shot. She ends up being number one contender.
That's what I thought I heard.
Are we back to that again?
But didn't they, when they announced the match at Elimination Chamber, I could swear that they said it was for the title, unless I'm tripping.
Let me check Cage. I can either check Cage Match or Wikipedia. Let me check and see what is because they'll have an update. They'll have an updated card, or I can just go on WWE.com. Oh wait, I do have WWE.com pulled up. Elimination Chamber. What is the card? Their website don't even show the flipping card. So they got CM Punk and Finn Balor World Heavyweight Title match. To be honest, that was
it's on the line. It said Becky Lynch eventually agreed to defend the title against AJ Lee at.
That's what I was thinking. I was just trying to double check.
Because
why is this match happening at EC?
Because AJ
ain't Becky got somebody else to pick on?
Because they're struggling to sell tickets.
Well, and that leads to my theory that they're going to end up having another match at WrestleMania. Like, that's been my theory the whole time.
That's a given.
Yeah,
that's a given. They're not going to end this. They started this feud at last September. They're not going to end
this
it.
Match. That means the match gonna have a questionable ending.
I think it's gonna be.
Sure.
I think it's gonna be Natty. I think Natty is gonna get involved with that whole little situation that happened on Raw anyway, where Becky ended up attacking AJ Lee when she was helping. Who was she helping? Maxine. After Maxine got whooped on by Natty.
Bruh, if AJ wins the title from Becky and then they just do a tag match with her and Maxine against Becky and Natalia at Mania, that's
horrible.
Whack.
That's
whack.
That's a choice.
This is. I'm not gonna lie. This is probably the most unexcited that I've been on a road to WrestleMania, and it started with the Rumble.
Mm-hmm. That Rumble bill,
didn't
like
move
I said before, I'll say it again. That Rumble bill was ass.
Dude, there was damn near no promos. Did y'all notice that?
Like it was
in December. In December and January, they did not promote the Rumble,
which is crazy. You don't.
Yes,
the doesn't have a PLE in December. Y'all should have been locking.
I knew the Rumble was cooked when I saw one of the female wrestlers from WWE post a skit that they did in their Rumble outfits, acting like the Power Rangers, because they know they've been catching hell for them fits.
Yeah.
And people was like, they gonna be dressed like Power Rangers. And I'm like, it ain't gonna be that bad. And I saw that skit on Instagram and I was like, damn.
The Rumble, like I knew the Rumble was cooked because they had an entire 2 months after Survivor Series. They waited and Cody was the first to announce his entry into the Rumble. He did it literally 15 days before the match. They're halfway through January at that point. Like, what are we?
Right.
Bring back the Rumble qualifiers. Y'all got all these qualifiers matches for Elimination Chamber and Money in the Bank and
I've been begging for Royal Rumble qualifiers for years. I'm like, don't declare. Why you get to say it? You gonna be in the match? No, fight for somebody to be in that match, or at least give us matches where 15 people have to qualify and 15 people are given something.
If you're declaring, why is everybody waiting until the last minute to do it, bro? If we could just say we finna be in the Rumble, I'd have been like, hey, bro, I'm putting my notice in on November 30th.
Right.
Exactly.
Right. Like I'm finishing leftover turkey dinner then I'm gonna put my name in there. I'm not finna wait till January 15th. I'm not trying to figure out who's gonna be in the Super Bowl before I go tell you I'm gonna be in the Rumble.
Right.
Nah.
So I'm watching the Raw highlights. Rhea qualified for the Elimination Chamber. She beat Ivy and Lyra.
That was another. Predictable
we knew that. We knew.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. If Ivy or Lyra would have made it in there, I would have been shocked. I would have been good shocked because I don't have a problem with Rhea being in there. But come on,
Like at this point, I'm hoping that Io does not qualify.
Io,
so that way we have
Io
some
is
type.
Qualify. If Rhea qualifies and Io doesn't, like they're
because think about it. Every time we get a good thrown together tag team, they blow it up.
Of course, all the time. All the time.
Blow them
this is a company that
that's
historically
why Sasha
told
Banks
they
over
do
there
not
collecting
get,
belts
care for tag
because of stupid shit like that.
All right, we got Joe back. We got Joe back, folks.
Joe, glad you're back. We were just talking about Rhea and how she shouldn't have qualified for the elimination.
Look, no, cut that camera off.
Here we go.
See what's gonna happen. I don't need to see what's gonna happen. Turn that back off. Turn that back off. That's why I didn't say what we was talking about. No, you did not.
Oh my God.
Go on, take a break. You in timeout. No. Don't even start that. Don't even start that shit. No.
Oh God.
No.
Joseph, you're the one to blame for that predictable match that Rhea's going to go into the chamber, and we know she's not going to win, so now it's a double whammy. We know that she was going to win the match, and we know that she's going to lose the chamber. So what are we doing?
She should be in it, honestly. I don't.
Oh, wow.
See, that's what I'm saying. I don't mind Rhea being in it, but I don't think she should be there. She should not have to. She should not be in that match. Stop putting all your number one people in these matches. Yep. If you're trying to promote the future, put Lyra in there. Lyra can go.
Yeah,
exactly.
But also, I don't like what Ivy doing with her hair right now because now she just look like any old regular ass blonde that's there, and that pissed me off.
That's true.
I'm like, now if I stick you next to Alexa Bliss, I ain't gonna know who the fuck you are no more.
Right.
But look, not only did Rhea qualify for the match, she pinned Ivy.
No, she pinned
not Ivy. She pinned Lyra. She pinned Lyra.
I like her right there. I don't like that she pinned Lyra.
There was no reason to pin her. None.
I know I said it in the chat on Monday. My weird theory, or Tuesday, whatever day, my weird theory is that they were trying to make Rhea's win look like a bigger deal by having her pin Lyra versus Ivy, who's way lesser on the card. That being said, I agree with you guys. It doesn't make it right.
She's the biggest deal on the women's roster.
Rhea's already, she is like the biggest women's star that they got.
Maybe I'm in the minority, but I didn't have a problem with Rhea winning. I just didn't like her pinning Lyra. Like,
I agree.
Considering the stakes at hand, it is the Elimination Chamber. You know, Rhea and Io should have been chasing after the championship. So the two of them qualifying for the chamber makes perfect sense to me. Given the field and given who she was in the ring with, would I like to see Lyra in that spot as well? Absolutely. But you know, if I had to pick between Rhea or Lyra, I mean, I love Bird Girl. We stand Bird Girl in this house.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, mommy's always on top for a reason.
Oh, she is. Yep.
So, you know.
But then we do, like, if I remember right, hasn't the past few years, they'll do the series of matches to get the people into the chamber, but then they always have like
I think they usually have like the last spot is like a battle royale for like everybody who failed the first
second chance match.
Yeah.
Which is one of the things I do like is when they give them that last chance to see who's gonna be that wild card person. I like that gimmick. Do something like that more often, WWE. Why are we still?
But then, so isn't Liv Morgan has to make a decision before the elimination chamber,
sooner rather than later? I would think, yeah.
I would think, but
whoever comes out of the chamber,
we already know that
she's going after Stephanie.
Liv is going after Stephanie. That's a given. Liv is not gonna like Stephanie McCurr or Jade Cargill. Baby girl, are you out of your mind?
And what's the story with her? I
mean,
there's no story.
Here's the thing. No. She shouldn't win. She shouldn't win either of those matches.
Agreed.
I'm gonna just say it. That's my client, and I'm gonna just say it. She shouldn't win either of those matches.
Who, Liv?
Yes.
If she wins at Mania, I'm gonna be pissed.
Man,
I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with her winning, but I don't see Stephanie. It's crazy because Stephanie was my wrestler of the year last year, and I hate the way she's been booked since she's come up to Raw because she was hot for a little minute, and then Hunter gave her the Io Sky treatment where he just benched her for months on end. And then as soon as she wins the title, you know, the top women on the brand, you know, the Rhea Ripleys, the Io Skies, you know, they're the AJ Lees, the Becky Lynches, they're all concerned with other championships. to the point where now Stephanie's out here beefing with Nikki Bella and Raquel Rodriguez. Like,
She's
this is
above
your
that.
world
Okay.
champion. You need to
Okay,
have
the
all
Raquel
the big
Rodriguez
guns coming
feud.
after you.
I'm not mad about that. I'm not mad at it that they picked Raquel for the feud. I'm just mad at the way they're handling the feud.
Yeah.
Raquel and
like-
Liv are breaking up soon. That like the way.
That's a given.
For sure. Yeah.
But the thing is, I don't even believe these breakup feuds from these teams no more. Cause here's the thing. Axiom and Nathan Frazier been beating the fuck out of each other for 3 years. And they ain't broke up once. Liv and Raquel done hit each other twice. That's BS. I don't believe it. Make it believable. Make it believable.
That was
Don't
the part
back
I
to
about
that.
Praxians
Don't
when they were
have a car.
in NXT.
Somebody need to throw somebody else in front of a car. Cause hitting your partner in the middle of a match, that's bonding. I'm sorry. Y'all done sold me on that being bonding. Cause they tight as hell over there on SmackDown. Throw somebody off a trailer or something, man. Take it back to 98. I'm sorry. Y'all ain't making me believe this.
You don't like to try to
make me believe you trying to undermine somebody. Like,
yeah, but I think the Liv and Raquel one is probably going to come more down to Liv eliminating Raquel
Give me
from
the
the
felonious assault. Give me Naomi pushing Jade into a car.
Thank you.
That makes me think about Soul and Zarya. Like, I know y'all feel like they've had incidents and they still ain't broken up.
I'm not ready
still
for that
mad that Zarya's still skating the fence on this. Look here, you've been soft. We was promised a female Brock Lesnar, and you've been cotton candy soft. Since you've been here. Live up to the damn hype and jump that woman in the back already and be done with it. I'm tired of this.
Zarya, she came into NXT at the same time as Julia and Stephanie Vaquer.
Yes.
And Zarya was clear. She's definitely the most forgettable of the three. She came in and
decimated 3 women on her first night in there, and we ain't seen her that hard since. And I'm sorry, but why are you sidekicking with Sol Ruka? I love Sol Ruka, but why are you, a woman who can bench press 2 Sol Rukas, sidekicking with Sol Ruka?
Yeah.
She pinned Roxanne Perez, who was the reigning women's champion at that point in her first match on the brand. Like,
right.
Yeah.
Why are you sidekicking? Because that's what it looks like you're doing is sidekicking. Stop sidekicking.
Yeah, she's getting little sister because Soul handed her
Soul was the
title match, the Knockouts title match.
Yeah,
got handed to her by Soul.
I think she's gonna retire Soul from NXT by Stand and Deliver.
I disagree. I think for Stand and Deliver, I believe Sol Ruka is going to win that championship from JC Jane.
God, I hope so.
I don't think she's going to do it Vintage Day, but I think she's going to do it at Stand and Deliver.
I hope so, but I also know that once she win that title from JC, then we got to see JC on SmackDown or Raw.
Oh,
God. When JC loses that belt, she's getting
Friday. Please no.
She's getting called up.
I'm crying. I'm crying because I know it's coming.
It's coming. I don't want it.
You speaking into existence, man. Don't.
Planky is moving up. Now the question is, which brand does she go to?
SmackDown, because they need it.
For the extra hour, they need more bodies, so yeah, probably SmackDown.
They really do need it for the women's. Yes.
Actually, yeah, I would put her to SmackDown too.
Yeah,
they need some way to get Julia into the women's WWE Championship.
Agreed.
That somebody's gonna have to get that.
Julia been needing to be in the women's championship picture since she got to the main roster.
Give her some
I'm still mad about that. I'm still mad about that. Matter of fact, they need to go ahead and hook us up, give her the belt, so when it's title for title, brand versus brand again, we get that Stephanie Vaquer versus Julia run back that we never really got.
And that's what made me so mad about why is Julia holding the U.S. title again for a second time? I thought that when Chelsea Green took it from her, that she was about to move up into, to start going
that's
against
what I
Jay.
thought.
Remember how Chelsea won it from Julia? That match was less than 2 minutes.
Oh, don't remind me about that.
Yes, I'm still pissed about any match. Look, I hate when they shotgun a match like that. I hate when they do that. It makes no damn sense.
Julia had to get her lick back. I don't know why she needed one against Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green is an excellent wrestler, but WWE clearly does not value her as a legitimate priority.
Michael P. Hayes was on Unreal saying that same shit. Like, she good, but she ain't gonna never be in the title picture
Yeah,
like that.
bullshit
I'm like,
ass
you
quote from
Like,
Mike
bro,
Hayes.
like,
And
bro,
he said
you,
that knowing Chelsea Green's gonna see it. Like, bro, what are we doing here?
you
Like-
got a lot of
like,
nerve
dude.
writing that, saying that crap on an actual camera.
Right.
Right.
See, but
Like-
that's how you know. That's how you know that these guys are out of touch with what the
Big
today's
facts.
professional
I'm
wrestling
tired
is.
of
Him,
I'm tired of
Bruce
Hayes. I'm
Pritchard.
tired. Road Dog.
Yeah, Road Dogg.
Yeah,
They're
him
I'm
especially.
tired of
One
all
pass.
three of them. I'm tired of all three of them. Like, what the fuck are y'all doing?
But yeah,
We got
so-
Road Dogg. Road Dogg gets back there and he starts talking like he was some type of top guy during his time in WWE.
He was a
never
top
the
sidekick
guy.
to Billy Gunn. That
Yeah,
was
Billy Gunn was the
he
better
was
of the
the
two New Age
he was
Outlaws.
Billy Gunn's personal announcer. Let's just
Exactly.
call
For
a
real.
spade a spade.
Dan,
Get the hell out of
dan,
here.
dan.
Nah, he's not telling
Man.
lies though.
To be fair,
Dan, 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 dan.
he was good at his announcing job, but that was
Yep,
it because
that
he
was it.
sucked in the ring.
Like, he did his
Yeah.
role well, but he thinks he's bigger than he really was. Like you said, like I agree, he's
Yeah.
overvaluing.
X-Pac was bigger than him.
But yeah, we should probably
No,
get back
I bet
to,
nobody even remembers that his move was a pump handle slam.
we should
Right.
probably
Come
get
on,
back
man.
to
Right, and he had that weird little hump before he did the shit.
Yeah.
And he had that, and he tried to do that little strut walk. Like, if you don't sit
That's
your
stupid.
ass
Yeah,
down,
oh, the little shaky knee drop.
Yeah,
That shit
yeah.
be about- yeah.
But yeah, we should probably get back to Raw. So Rhea qualified. They had Javon Evans and El Grande Americano against Ryo and Americano.
Yeah, the
I'm sorry.
original.
I hate all them Americanos. Sorry, I can't stand none of them.
Oh,
I don't
yo,
care if
Bravo's
it's
the greatest
Civil
luchador of all time. What are you talking about, bro?
Yeah,
Bro,
the
don't make
original
me-
El Grande,
don't
not
make me
Ludwig
Yeah.
Grande.
That camera.
You're like
The
a
original.
big one,
Do
bro.
not make me drop kick you through that camera. I ain't even got a camera plugged in. I recognize my ugly, and I will still drop kick you through that camera.
Oh shit!
I cannot stand them. I don't even care if they're in the middle of a civil war. I hate all four of them.
Yo, the one thing I
I
will
hate
say,
them more than Taco Bell.
No,
I don't think
I
it
like the
emphasizes
German one. I do like the
Vortex,
German
though.
one.
But yeah, like fuck the match. Okay, let's talk about the spot that had everybody talking. Okay, you know,
Yeah.
Chad El Gable Americano's on the mat. You know, I don't know if it was Ryo or Bravo, one of them MFers going up to the top rope. He's going for a diving splash. Javon Evans is on the adjacent turnbuckle. You know, and Gable Americano moves out the way. Old boy goes for the dive. Gable move out the way, and Javon catches him with the flying OG cutter.
Perfectly.
Like,
Yes.
Yeah, that shit
Yeah.
perfectly.
Cold as hell.
beautiful.
So much
I
for
am
the-
so
Yeah,
glad
perfect.
Javon is
Yeah.
on the main roster. I am so glad for him to be on
I
the main
want some
roster.
story for
Oh
Evans,
my
though.
God.
And
I
and,
want them
and,
to have a good direction for Evans.
and here's the
That's-
thing that I don't think a lot of people talk about regarding that spot. It would like people like, you know, there are some people who saw it from certain angles and they're like, well, why would he dive if he saw Javon was coming? Like Chad Gable is integral to that spot to work, and Gable Americano, because you're giving in the context, you're giving him a target to dive on.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
in that regard, it would not have worked if he was just there. If he wasn't there, that's why. Like I don't know who I saw that dude. There was a spot on the Indies where a guy's like doing a shooting star, trying to do a shooting star press, and Zilla Fatu's, you know, in the opposite corner, you know, getting ready for a Samoan spike. And I'm like, okay, I get it. He's gonna shooting star into a Superman spike, but it's like, bro, there was nobody under him. How he was not gonna make it 20 feet across that ring? That spot just exists. Y'all are just doing a spot to do it. This is one of those things where it's like, okay, we're doing a spot and it looks cool, but it also makes context in the term of a fight. Dude is so locked in trying to dive onto Gable Americano, he don't know Javon in the
He
opposite
didn't see
turnbuckle.
Evans coming.
That's when-
Yeah.
And that's when Gable sees Javon and he's like, all right, bro, I got you. I'm gonna move out the way, make this boy think he finna hit me, you know, playing possum, if you will. He move out the way, homeboy goes flying. He's like, oh snap, Chad, I'm cooked. And here comes Javon, you know, with the cutter. And it was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
I agree.
Props to all.
Hell yeah.
Like even when Javon botches, his shit look good. I don't understand how he do that.
Facts.
And I do think-
and maybe it's just my old ass bones, but sometimes I'll be like, how? Like I was 21 before. I was doing that. How?
Yeah.
He gets so much airtime on everything he does. It's crazy.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's crazy.
And
Yes,
I do think
even
I think
simple-
Javon
even
Evans
simple-
would be I think if Dominic Mysterio was 100% healthy, we would have already seen possibly a Dominic Mysterio versus Javon Evans.
I would like that.
Intercontinental.
I can get with that.
I want that. That'd be good.
Better than the Americanos, that's for sure. I like that.
And I think that does kind of show that WWE too often has all their eggs in one basket, because when Dominic went down with injury, all of a sudden the mid card men's division is all over
just
the place.
went dead. Just went.
Flux,
You heard
like that.
you heard crickets.
Yeah.
You heard crickets. I'm like, y'all ain't gonna do nothing. Like nothing until Dom come back. Nothing.
Yep. Like Javon now has been tied up in this this Los Americanos little storyline for the better part of a month, maybe over a month.
Yeah.
It's been since December at least. He been going back and forth with them longer than that. It's just been because it'll be like one match here and then a month will pass and then another match there and then another month will pass.
He has been loosely associated with the Americanos. So, like, I think when it comes to Americanos, I don't care if they do it at WrestleMania or Triple Mania. At some point, one of them Americanos needs to drop that mask. I think it should be Gable, because Kaiser Americano is over as hell in AAA. So
Triple A needs it more. Yeah,
let that do it at a big AAA show. Have him beat Gable. Gable drop the mask, and then pop
and then this isn't even like when the Grande Americano thing happened anyway. We were all asking for Gable to be pushed better, not for him to be put under a mask and not play a luchador.
Yeah, that's not going to happen as long as he's in that mask.
Yep. And then now they did it, and then he goes down with injury, so Ludwig Kaiser gets the call to take over, and he does it better than Gable did.
It worked out way better.
Yeah,
too. Like way better.
Man, fuck all of them. I'm sorry. I hate that. Man, I have hated that gimmick since it started. Talking about from the Gulf of America. Man!
I love how he's a face in Mexico and a heel in America. Like, that's just crazy.
Yeah.
But he's over in America too, though, is the thing.
It's 97 Bret Hart. Heel in America, babyface in Canada.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
I miss Bret Hart.
Bret Hart's the blueprint.
that makes a whole lot more sense, though, because they had a whole storyline with U.S. versus America when Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart were going at it.
Yep.
They did that. That was the most successful version of that. But they tried that storyline like with every other non-American wrestler that was on WWF at the time.
Yeah,
because
they always do that though. They always do.
Because I remember when Sergeant Slaughter was brand new.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I just saw you on G.I. Joe. Why are you on my wrestling?
Yeah.
All right, but,
I'm gonna get this tank with your action figure in it, though. Don't get it twisted. I'm gonna buy it. But why are you here?
Then they added
all right, T, what did we have next from Raw? That went down the weekend?
Okay, so the next thing I saw was you had Maxine against Natal. I'm sorry, Natty. They ended with Natty. I think they ended like a double count out or whatever. Natty got
yeah.
Natty whoops her ass, man.
Yeah, AJ went to help her. We already went into where we think that's going. Next up we got Finn Balor and CM Punk, which I think was probably the best segment of the night.
I agree.
The way they were beefing, Finn, threw in the zinger about how stupid it was that his 190-pound ass broke them top ropes when we've seen Big Show fly off them bitches. Like
the only thing I don't like is he didn't do anything to earn that rematch though.
Not a damn thing.
And he's not putting anything on the line. Finn should put something on the line. Like, he leaves Judgment Day, he loses, which will play into Judgment Day's breakup as well if they did that. Like,
man, send him back to NXT again.
It's clear as I don't think NXT would benefit Finn. Finn at this point, no, he's made it. He's done.
I didn't say
proven
benefit him. I just said send him there. I don't give a damn if it helps.
That man's division cooked. They need somebody.
We're gonna get into that. But yes,
I think they put the Finn and Punk match on the card. It was in Chicago. Punk was wrestling on that show, and he needs.
For sure.
He needs somebody. They haven't really built anybody up who can afford the loss. So let's go with Finn Balor.
I don't really
think
care about the match.
I do
though.
think in a way we know that Finn Balor's
mean,
going to
the-
lose,
the
but I do
first
think it's going to
match was-
tie into. I think it will tie into Judgment Day breaking up
I hope
when
so.
he loses.
Yeah,
and
Because it's
that's
got
just
nothing to do with,
overdue.
Roman and Punk. You know for a fact Finn ain't winning that title. They just need
No.
somebody who Punk can beat and is going to give him a good match. And Finn
It's
is
filler. Yeah.
still
Yeah.
an elite level performer, bar none.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna come down to Finn losing. Nobody came out to help him. It's gonna go back to Dominic saying, "Well, I told you that JD
He's
was
gonna
on his way
question
back,
him and shit.
and y'all could have went after the tag titles, but you wanted to go after Punk or something like that. That leads
Yeah.
into something with Finn and Dominic. And let's hurry up and end Judgment Day because this is gone on way too long.
way
Wasn't Punk
too
telling
long.
Vince to leave Judgment Day anyway? Maybe he takes Punk's advice.
Well, here's the thing though. If and when the Judgment Day breaks up, what happens to everybody? JD McDonough is done.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he's
in a
done.
current-
I don't
he's in a
understand
future
that.
endeavor.
Unless Finn and JD become a real tag team. Yeah.
I mean, but
Yeah,
we've
because
seen what
by
happens when
himself he sucks.
I
JD
strongly disagree, but the booking disagrees with me. So
and that's what ultimately matters. They got the pen,
Like, cause think about it. When was the last time you heard JD McDonough cut a promo by himself? By himself.
Well, no, because when
It's
he got
been-
called up, he instantly went to the Judgment Day though.
well, he was doing something.
He
for a
didn't.
couple
No,
months.
it took him 3 months to get into Judgment.
Yeah, I
Day.
was gonna say he had a little bit of buffer
Judgment
before
Day
Judgment
Jason
Day.
for
He
3
was trying
months.
to get it,
Yeah,
Because
But he was
Damien
somewhat-
was blocking him hard.
He was
Damien
somewhat
was
tied
like,
with
"What?"
he was somewhat tied in with Finn though, pretty
Right.
much since getting called up to
Yeah.
the main roster.
Yes.
Mhm.
But the last time you saw him, he cut one promo since he been on the main roster.
Do you
One.
want to cut promos?
And
That's the thing.
it was trash.
I don't think everybody
I
needs to
think
cut
J-
promos.
JD
Some people can just you book them. to their
JD was
strengths.
good in NXT
Like
UK.
y'all don't. They didn't give him no practice, no nothing. They gave him that one shot, and they was like, "Nah, you don't need to do that no more."
Well, the thing about it is you gotta book people to their strengths. And JD McDonough, he's not somebody who goes out there and gives you good promos. He's a wrestler. And it's
That's the
okay to
strength
have
he has.
wrestlers
That's the
on your
problem.
show. You book them to their strengths. Io Sky has never been a promo queen. But why does everybody like Io Sky? Because she's a fucking good wrestler.
But she's in
Sometimes
Dallas.
That's why my wife loves her because
Yeah.
Io wrestles her ass off.
She
My
wrestles
wife
her
don't
ass
care
off.
about
She's
Io's
never-
promos.
She's
Look,
done Hawaii
look
shit.
here.
Does the-
I was sold when EO be
Yeah.
like, "I don't like you." You know what? I don't like them either. That's where I've been. That's
You
why
ain't gotta cut
when I
some
became an EO
10,
fan.
15 minute
She ain't even got to
elaborate
say
promos.
shit else. She ain't even hell. At one point NXT, her last year was her saying, "I don't like you," and that's all she was saying. I was cool with that. Like, okay, cool, but JD, his promos on NXT were like, it would have been better if his gimmick wasn't the fact that he was talking about muscles and shit.
I don't.
Yeah,
I
thanks
don't
for those
remember any of those
flashbacks.
things like that.
Now I remember that shit now.
Uh-huh.
That was a great flashback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, do you know that you can tear the pectoral muscle 8 different ways? Well, no, and I don't care.
I
what
can't
are
believe-
you talking about?
I literally blocked that
Oh.
out of my mind until now.
That must have
I
been-
remember
this must
some of
have been
those, and
something
you and me
I was
personally,
not
Remy, I remember we were like, "What the fuck is
Fuck
this?"
are you right?
That
Yeah,
must have been was that during NXT 2.0?
It was in
It was.
Yeah. I know I wasn't
Yeah.
blocked
Yeah.
by it.
But yeah.
I didn't
Yes,
watch it.
yes, it was.
I didn't watch
yes,
it.
it was. Like, I'm like,
And then they got the main. They had so back to Raw. They had the main event. It was a LA Knight, Austin Theory, and Penta in a qualifying match. We saw what happened. Good old Theory took another fall.
I think let me tell you something. They could have did that whole thing differently. Honestly,
they
here's
should
what
have.
here's what I would have done. I would
They
have
shouldn't have.
I would have booked Bronson Reed for the match instead of Theory. At the beginning of the episode, you can have the masked man lock Theory in a room or something, and the rest of the division's like, "Where's Theory at?" Whatever. And then when the match ends, they see the masked man doing a curve stomp. They start thinking, "Is it Theory that's doing this behind our back?" Because they haven't seen Theory all day. Leave some mystery, give us some doubt. But since we saw Theory outside already, we know it's probably Seth. Like, they gave it away, so they're gonna drag this.
I think whoever it is cosplaying as Seth or trying to
Yeah.
convince us that it is Seth, but I don't think it actually is Seth.
I still think it's the most.
The build doesn't even look like Seth at all.
They might be using somebody else, but it's probably going to end up being Seth because he's training right now.
Yeah.
He's in rehab, so.
Which explains why they're using Grayson Waller as the fill-in while
God.
Seth...
But if they unmask it as Grayson Waller,
saying.
if they unmask it as Grayson Waller, that's the wackest shit ever.
Yeah.
I'm telling y'all, it's
right
gonna
now.
happen, and
I'm
we're all
telling
gonna
you
be
right
pissed.
now.
I'm telling you.
Seriously.
I'm
selling my WrestleMania ticket.
If unlike Joseph, if I would have booked that match, I would have had somebody throw Theory off of the roof of the building.
Yo, you fucking hater, bro.
Have him injured.
I'm
injured
saying.
for like,
Y'all
5 years.
That
That way we don't have to see Theory.
No, I see the vision. I am with you on that one, especially that one.
Oh, I'm sure you
Yes.
are. I'm sure you
Yes.
are.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes. Yes. Throw him
Not
off the Titantron. Yes. Yes.
I'm gonna get the last laugh. When it's
Oh
all
my
said and done,
god.
I'm gonna get the last laugh.
I would have had Oba come, carry him up to the roof and throw him the way he threw Ivar and Eric.
Man, I'm saying.
Oh my
yes,
god.
yes.
Okay,
Let's
okay,
see Theory
all right,
versus
so-
Oba. Yeah,
So
yeah.
that was
No
everything.
holds
That
barred.
was everything on the
No holds barred. Throw him off the
Theory
blade.
Nation is gonna get the last
Into the
laugh.
crowd. I don't care.
Or even better, put Los Americanos to good use. Have Pete Dunne break his fingers. And then who's the other one? Tyler Bate. Have Tyler
That
Bate.
might be the best use of their talent right now.
That'd be the worst use of it.
Because I can't stand them.
Tyler Bate could do the spinny thing that he does.
Yeah.
So,
And then just put him
that's
down. And Theory could just fall off.
that covered everything for Raw. Does anybody have anything else?
No, Raw was whack.
Raw was mid. That's pretty much it.
There really wasn't much going on there. All right,
No.
so did anyone else watch NXT?
I did.
I'm still on my boycott.
Yeah.
I'm still on my boycott of NXT until they right the wrong that is JC Jane being the champ. So I'm probably not coming back till after Stand and Deliver. I'm gonna just say that.
Stephanie backcourt. I'm mad at that still.
Stephanie had to get called up, and they needed somebody. I mean, she had just beat Jordan Grace.
I still think Lola should have fucking beat Planky. Like she should have.
Fallon is right there.
Like
Yeah.
Lola, they
Fallon.
had several people to beat JC Jane, and
Here's
they
the
haven't
thing.
done shit yet.
JC is stiff as fuck.
Yeah.
After all
Look at
that,
JC wrestle. She wrestles. That's why I call her Planky. It's not just the look. It's
Yep,
the wrestling
that's-
style. She
bingo.
wrestles like a goddamn 2x6. I swear to God. Cause if you look at her, she too wide to be a 2x4,
That's true.
and she ain't got no shape. She a 2x6. Look, I used to be a carpenter in my 20s. God damn it, I know the difference.
Hey, bro, where was Remy the last time I was on this podcast?
Man.
I missed the link. That's why you ain't had me in here.
No,
I be
Oh my
missing the
God.
but that's
I
why
be
we try to give y'all notice so whoever can pops in.
Like, man, look here. Fallon is right there.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right there. Even as a heel, Fallon is right there. So you can sit there and say they needed to give it to somebody. Fallon been ready. Kalani's
Hell
been
yeah.
ready. And they didn't give it to either one of them. They gave it to JC Jane.
Man,
Really?
they could have had Kendall Gray win it that last match.
I
Kendall
wish.
Gray,
Hey.
unbelievable.
Kendall Gray,
Perfect example.
Give her a
Kendall
couple months to
Gray
get some
should have beat her.
season. Kendall is going to be a star. All right, Kendall's already.
He's fantastic.
Kendall
bro.
is on her way. All right. So, does anybody else want to talk about NXT? Because if not, we can skip it and go to Dynamite.
So the only thing I really have to say about NXT, we all know it, but I just want to say it for the people listening. This 4.0 transition that they're doing is rough. Their men's division, we can all agree, is ass. Hot ass.
Clear
with
they're
Man
in a
T.
rebuilding period because they got
They're
rated
hot
a
ass.
lot of
shooting out like it's
stars.
2.0.
They lost
literally
Obafemi, Trick Williams, and Javon Evans all got called up at once. Jordan Grace just got called up. Who else do they have?
They lost Last Legend. They just lost Last Legend too.
They
Last
just lost
Legend.
Last Legend too.
Yep.
Which
Yeah.
they should have lost her last year, but I'm not gonna go there. I'm happy she's on the main roster
To be honest,
kicking
I still don't
ass.
think she's ready now, but you know, You don't let a woman that look that good, sit in the minor leagues. I'm just
No,
Yeah, you don't.
I don't know.
Yeah,
And then they didn't move Royce Keys down there. He's going to be on the main roster. So
Right.
they're just stuck with what they got.
I think he can hang on the main roster. He's the right size. He has experience. He's been wrestling on television for several years, and he's 35.
Yeah, no, I think he should be on the main roster.
I think he
I was
should.
just thinking
I
that.
do too.
I was just
I agree
thinking
with
that.
I do that.
I just
they-
hope he comb his hair before he get there. But
No, that's a new style. That's a new style. They
I
do a
don't give a-
sponge.
look here. I said I hope he comb his hair.
I'm
I'm the old man here that don't believe in naps in their hair. Look.
Look,
I would-
even at
look
the
here.
barbershop, barber giving them the best fade ever, then rub a sponge on top.
Right.
I seen it.
Ops is a barber.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Oh Lord.
So what should his first feud be if he's on the main roster? Who do you think it should be?
Ooh.
I think that's important. It better not be no Kit Wilson either. Hell no.
I don't even know what's going on with him. Every time I see him, I hear this ringing noise in my ear. That's how
It's
annoying he
the
is to me
song,
right
and he
now.
runs around calling people toxic, and it's like, okay, that's what he's gonna be doing until.
Yeah, they
I'm
all
gonna
love
get
it.
old very quick,
I
by
mean,
the way.
honestly, I like.
It's
that.
already old.
Yeah,
Like,
it-
honest, it's
Right,
already old.
It was old the first night. Like,
Thank you.
What you mean?
Yes.
I'm like, as soon as I saw him go into the speech, I'm like, nah. Why are you talking? Shut up. Go somewhere.
At least
Oh my God.
at least he's doing something, because I hate when with tag teams, if your partner gets hurt and creative ain't got nothing for you, now you're just sitting here wondering, well, what am I gonna do?
Okay, fair. He is on TV every week, but him on TV every week calling everybody toxic. You ain't nothing but a well-dressed wrestler. Go on somewhere. He
ain't said nothing to Tekla.
You a jobber. You a well-dressed jobber at this point.
He
Find
ain't said
something
nothing
else.
to Tekla, bro. He ain't got no smoke for Tekla.
Man.
No, you know who needs some creative too? Cardona. I don't know what the fuck they're doing with Cardona. He's just there.
Cardona is there for one last. Cardona's there for two reasons. Number one, his wife works there. Number two, he getting one last big paycheck.
Oh, of course.
Right.
Dude,
He's
Right,
yeah.
right,
Dude is
right.
40 years old. He do not give a damn. What
He
the
not
fuck.
give right.
He's entertaining as hell. They could do more with Cardona than they're doing.
But you know what? But you know what I want to see? Maybe down the line before Cardona give it up, I want to see him and LA Knight team up.
Okay, that'd be interesting.
That'd be a good
Look at
pairing.
that. Just give that vision a chance to marinate. Give that vision a chance to marinate.
Yeah, they're interesting. All right. So, all right.
The two of them, yeah.
Moving on to Dynamite. So Dynamite had a good amount of stuff going on. First, you had the who was going on fucking Dynamite? Dynamite highlights.
If I remember correctly, wasn't it Kenny and Swerve?
Kenny and Swerve kicked off the show. So they were that was cool. I don't know why. I got to give David his credit for this. They was talking shit for a good minute. They was fighting for 15 minutes. So why did it take security so long to get over there? I got to read y'all for Phil for that one.
We all know jobbers are slow when they gotta wear actual clothes to put on. They gotta put on polo shirts and shit and come out there. They slow. We know that, but AEW security is better than WWE security.
That's not saying much though.
I mean, that ain't saying much.
Fucking War Room.
It ain't. But they better. I'm just saying.
So,
they will actually separate somebody and carry them up out of there. WWE will just push them together and let them fight.
So
just surround them.
Omega and Swerve were beefing. They got a match on Dynamite next week. I'm not a fan of giving the match away on television, but if that's how they sell their tickets and make their money, all right, go ahead and do it. It'll make a good TV main event. I just don't see it ending as a clean finish, because each of them is going to get a shot at MJF at one point, because I believe MJF is going to get past
Right.
Hangman. MJF is
he's
they're the Achilles heel for each other. Next up,
So is there anything, that match in particular, is it like a number one contender match, or is it just going to be a regular one-on-one?
It is not, but it might as well be.
Because the winner of that will probably face MJF.
Yeah, they're the top two other contenders. I believe Swerve is getting another shot at Dynasty. That's clearly his show now. And Omega's going to challenge MJF at Double or Nothing.
Look, my question is, why do all these other
What happened?
My bad.
Oh.
Joe, your audio went out. I didn't hear.
Yeah,
Right.
Joe, we lost you a little bit.
Oh snap!
His phone might be overheating again.
Yeah.
I would tell him to blow on it, but then he'll have a real flashback, and then we'll be back at that again. So.
You are out of pocket, sir.
I never said I wasn't gonna be. Look here, don't put the link in the chat if you don't want me in here.
Nah, fuck that. We want you in here. This is good. Some people. Yeah, we got you, Joe. We can hear you.
No, I was saying, you got me think about Ripley now. But anyway, what I was saying.
Lord. No, not in the podcast, damn it.
Don't worry. I'm keeping it PG in here, okay?
All right.
But why do all these other guys got to face each other for the right to face MJF? Meanwhile, Brody just gets a #1 contendership spot without having to do all that. I don't understand that.
He beat MJF.
It didn't make. I mean, it didn't. Okay, so like, because the way they set the MJF match, MJF was like, you got to beat, somebody who's actually elite, and Brody's like, well, you're an elite, and like, I get where Brody's coming from. But like Tony, you have like 12 other quote unquote elite guys on that roster.
Right.
Them too.
Yeah.
It would have gave Brody more credibility. Like we knew Brody was never going to beat MJF.
Also, I hate the whole you gotta beat the champ in order to get a match with the champ. Why?
I'm not a fan of that either. I don't like your champion losing. I don't like your champion losing on television. Like if your champion loses non-title matches, you need to make that mean something. Like a champion who's pinned in a title match, that's one thing. But having them straight lose up a singles match, two problems.
Yeah.
One, you give away the match already. And two, you have your champion looking weak going into said second match. So
and I think the logic there is that when that happens, to your point, T, is that the logic is, okay, damn, the champion lost, but can the challenger do it again and actually win the title? I think that's the logic they're typically trying to go for, but to your point, it still makes the champion look weak.
It does.
If you beat the champion, you should get the damn belt, as far as I'm concerned.
It makes it look like the champion don't give a fuck about the belt. Like, why are we here then?
I've never been a fan of those
if you're willing to give a matchup on TV, why the fuck are we here then?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of those. I never have been.
Yeah, it's so fucking stupid.
I don't think there was anything wrong with the way they've done it for years, a #1 contenders match, and they faced the champion.
Thank you.
AEW does #1 contenders matches. They'll hold the tournament, throw the champion in there, and then the guy at the end is like the top challenger. Like last year, they had that Revolution Championship series. Like Orange Cassidy beat Roderick Strong, and then Orange Cassidy had to fight Konosuke Takeshita for the title, and then the winner of that match defended the belt against Kenny at Revolution. So it's like,
but what happened to the ranking system that they had implemented?
You mean the ranking system that they half-assed every time they had it?
It was a mess.
Are they still using it?
They don't even give a shit about that.
They don't even put that on Twitter no more, do they?
They stopped. They brought it back in 2024, but they stopped it after like 2 months. It was good in
time.
But the practice, like,
but the thing is, they didn't even honor it because they would have dudes that were like ranked 8th and 9th getting title shots against.
Yeah, they had all these matches. They had open challenges all the time. They were having all these title belts from different companies: Ring of Honor, NWA, CMLL, New Japan. It was way too cluttered with the way that the AEW product works out. It's too chaotic for a system like that to function. I like the idea, but the execution was terrible. It was good for the first couple, for about probably the first year and a half, maybe. But Tony Khan, all these relationships with these other companies and featuring their talent on his television, which I think is also another huge problem because, you already have a bloated roster. You got, over 100 wrestlers fighting for TV time. Now they got to fight for that TV time against guys who aren't even signed with the company.
Not contracted talent. Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Well, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And like for the ranking system, they'll have. I was keeping track of the wins and losses. Guys who should be ranked #1 weren't, even though they had the most wins. It was stupid.
Because when they first introduced it, they made it clear. It's like, okay, wins and loss record, and your level of competition. And I'm like, that makes sense because if you have 10 wins, but they're all against jobbers, how am I supposed to take you seriously? Can opener.
Yep.
But if you've got 5 wins and 2 of them are against guys like Kenny Omega or Bryan Danielson, okay, now I can take you seriously.
Right.
So, in that regard, that's just how that goes. So the first match of the night had the Death Riders against the Don Callis family. It was a 6-man tag. I don't give a fuck.
Fuck that shit.
Yeah,
What else
nah,
you
it-
think?
You mean Death Riders against NWO 2K26?
Yeah.
Yo, how many members they got? Like 20 members now? Like I lost
It-
track
it
of.
is ridiculous.
Oh,
I
God.
think the last time Kayla counted out for me, they somewhere in the range of 12 to 15 members.
Jesus.
Why ain't they got no refs
Why?
yet? They ain't got no refs members that are members
Ciampa's
yet.
gonna join it shortly. Watch, give it a month. Ciampa will be there.
Oh God.
He's gonna be there.
He sure
Nah,
gonna be
I
on
don't think
Scream. If I
Ciampa
can't beat
joins.
him, join him.
I
I'm
know what
telling
Remy's
you.
talking about though, like how Nick Patrick was part of the NWO technically.
Yeah.
Lil Nate was NWO.
So
Not that active. Yeah.
so you know they it was Mox, Claudio, and Pac against Josh Alexander, who you at this point I'm convinced he's there for the check.
I forgot he's
Mark Davis, who's had a
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
good showing the last couple weeks, and Konosuke Takeshita. So Mox pinned Alexander with the Death Rider. So you know that was the build up to the Mox and Takeshita match that was at Grand Slam yesterday. So next up they had the TNT, the moment of the night for a lot of people, for good, better, and worse. They had the TNT title match. Tommaso Ciampa defending the championship against Kyle Fletcher.
How you just get a belt and you lose it like the next week?
11 days later, he lost it.
Like,
No
how
damn
you
sense.
like, bruh, this what you left WWE for?
You know what's funny?
This why you got Ron Stoppable over on Friday nights walking around like he lost his fucking best friend? No. That's a valid concern. You know it. This man walking around like I ain't got no friend. And you over on AEW winning and losing belts week after week. What the hell? What the hell, Rufus? What the hell?
Nah, I do think for Ciampa, he seems like one of those guys that he just wants to wrestle and have like good matches and stuff like that. I think that played a part in him going to AEW.
He's gonna love Collision.
Even though I don't like how they did that TNT championship thing.
Yeah, Ciampa could have went a couple months and made that interesting, but that would require Tony Khan's booking not to have not to be all scatterbrained.
I feel like the reason that he even won that title is because, and I think I said something about it in Awe, that, and really because of some stuff that Joe was saying in the group chat. But I was like, it seems like guys, they go from WWE to AEW, they get portrayed like they're going to be the next big thing, and then they end up, losing in their first match or going over to Collision.
And they get put in the toy box.
I feel like, we're not the only ones in NAW who were saying that.
I don't want to play.
And
I think
Tony put the title on him.
That is a valid criticism because where's Ricochet?
I mean,
they at least gave him a longer run playing with
Ricochet
him.
is on television regularly, and he's the title don't mean shit, but it's still a championship. He's the national champion, so they put him over Jack Perry, which would have meant something like 3 years ago, but
exactly.
Like back in 2022, that would have meant something. But Jungle Jim, no, not in 2026.
And then Ace Austin. He had that match against Moxley some weeks back, but that was his first time on Dynamite.
First time with Dynamite. He's been with the company since the summer or the fall.
He's been on Ring of Honor mainly.
It's been a couple months.
Since December or something.
Yeah, I remember them signing him a while ago.
So, then after that there was the match that made me mad more than anything. It was Orange Cassidy and Roderick Strong against Daniel Garcia and Clark Connors.
Oh.
I think I saw part of this match.
Walks out on Orange Cassidy, and Cassidy.
I did see that.
Orange Cassidy still wins the fucking match, and I'm over here like, bro, why would you bother with Daniel Garcia in the group if they still lose?
So I did see part of this. Because Joe, you remember I was cracking a joke at you in the group chat about, hey, you'll never believe who OC just beat.
You triggered me with that shit, bro.
On his own.
Oh, you got me frustrated with that. Because anytime that dude's on TV, it makes the show worse. I'm sorry. He makes
there's no way that you dislike Orange Cassidy.
No, I fucking hate that motherfucker. I can't handle it.
There's no way.
Fuck him for
Orange
that.
Cassidy.
Look, everybody
make no sense.
Orange Cassidy wins championships.
He's
let him
today.
be great. Everybody ain't.
When was the last time Theory won a championship?
Theory's the greatest U.S. champion of all time, all right? No, just saying. He's the greatest of all time.
You cannot say that with a straight face. No.
Bro, he's the greatest
I
US
mean,
champion ever. What is
I
that?
mean, bruh.
I'm standing by
Bruh,
what I said.
even I will say this about the one man in wrestling I hate more than anybody else. John Cena is a better U.S. champion than Theory will ever be.
No, he's the second best US
And
champion.
that's saying a lot because Remy fucking hates Cena, so that's saying a lot.
Dude, when that man tapped out, I was crying
Man,
tears
Austin
of
Theory
joy.
is so bad.
Oh, I know.
that
He was
y'all
on the
have
chat.
to
When
remind
he
me.
tapped
Curse on
out,
the
I
planet.
cried tears of joy. I was like, it's over.
Hey,
Oh
Theory
my
is so
God.
bad that you guys had to remind me that his title was on the line in
The
an
only
elimination
reason
chamber
why I
before.
don't like Gunther right now is because he retired AJ Styles.
Look,
That's
Theory
the
won on
only
the
reason.
chamber. Don't forget.
All right, so next up, we had the tag title number one contenders match. You had the Young Bucks, the Rascals, and the wild card team. And the wild card team turned out to be Private Party.
Private Party.
Coming back for the
Private Party
first
looked good.
time.
After 1 year
Yes.
being
Over
Tom
a
Bay,
year.
they came back after 1 year.
Private Party looked good though. I saw
Yeah,
the
I'm
that-
gonna say, when was the last time we heard from them? Damn.
Private Party
was
found
a
out the
year
Hurt
ago.
Syndicate was gone.
Like
They
a
was
year
like,
and
okay,
change.
it's safe to come outside again.
Yeah.
So the Private Party, they technically left the company and then just ended up re-signing. They just didn't sign anywhere else in the
So my
mean- or
understanding-
in
I think they
between.
worked one House of Glory match in that entire time.
Hog was their last appearance last year in March.
But does not TNA, AEW, they have a working relationship with House of Glory, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, several of their
Yeah.
talents to come there. I know MJF's going to be at their next show.
Monet was
Mhm.
there last year. And Private Party's been a Hog before. Yeah, they got some guys.
Yeah, Private Party was trained there. They were trained by Amazing Red and over there. So
Okay.
they
I actually like this match too.
The Bucks
Yeah,
won
I
the
did
match,
too.
so we're getting Bucks FTR 5, which is the match will be good. but
Why?
I'm not interested in that.
Fucking again.
after
I'm
4
tired
times.
of it. I'm tired of the old cucks.
And granted, we've had the match 4 times, and they only do it once a year. But the Young Bucks, they're next to Chris Jericho, they're the most stale thing in the company. Like
Yeah.
heel
Yeah.
Bucks, they're cringy nonsense. Babyface Bucks is just them doing their flippy nonsense. We knew them going broke was just their way of their story to turn them babyface, which nobody
Yeah.
cares
Yeah.
for. Like, bro, y'all have done everything. Y'all have done everything as a tag team, and I know it's your company, it's your playpen, and all that other good jazz. And they ain't that old. Like Matt Jackson is
They're
40,
41, I think.
Nick Jackson is only 36, 37, so about somewhere in that range. So they're not that old, but their shtick is played out.
Yeah.
Yes.
They need a long
Very.
break.
No matter.
They,
Yes.
I think
you're
they
right.
need a break. to
Heel,
get people sometimes
face,
miss them.
They're stale as hell.
Or
They've been,
super
and it's not a
stale.
new thing. They've been stale.
They've
Just like
been
New Day.
stale.
They
They need something different with their character work, because I like the Young Bucks. They are one of the greatest tag teams of their generation. However, at some point you need to innovate, you need to evolve, you need to change.
Yeah.
Y'all been doing the same old
Yep.
corny being the elite bullshit
They
shit,
feel like they don't need to. They feel like
over
they're the best
decades.
and they can just do what they want to do.
and
not gonna
there's
change.
more to evolving than just coming up with a new crazy ass double team move to do in your matches. Like, bro,
Exactly.
you need
And my
to.
thing, like,
very
I
good
don't
to do that.
hate the Young Bucks. I like the Young Bucks are good in the ring. I do like them in the ring and everything, but they're corny to me.
Very-
That's
Mad
more
corny.
what it
Yeah.
is.
That's why I've
They-
never liked them. They
do
come
they
off
don't
so
need to
corny.
do
table
anything,
tell
you
the
know,
layman's jokes and laugh at them because they think they funny, and then everybody else is looking at them like, bro, y'all.
Like, when they started this whole
Yeah.
FTR feud thing X amount of years ago, they got on my nerves. And
They
it's
brought
like,
in FTR just to face the Young Bucks. That's the only
Well,
reason.
yeah.
They brought it.
I mean, FTR is a
Oh,
great
of
tag
course.
team. The Young Bucks were a great tag team. Like, I get it. It was a dream match of mine as well. But
Yeah,
after
honestly,
seeing
me
it all
too.
the
I
time-
just didn't like the character work
And to be fair,
on their
every
side.
single
On their
one of
side,
those Bucks
That's-
FTR matches fucking
Has been
bang.
good.
Every
Has been
last
good.
one.
Yep.
No, they
They
were good.
were
I
all-
agree with that.
They were all fire. However, we need to evolve beyond, Bucks versus FTR. There needs to be something different. There needs to be something
Yeah.
different about the character work from the Bucks. Just you guys playing, plucky underdog baby faces like y'all weren't running rampant over the last couple of years, with your EVP.
y'all was literally hanging people from chains last year. What do
Yep.
you mean?
Exactly.
Babyface?
Yep.
The broken Buck shtick should have been going on a whole lot longer. We need them to suffer a lot longer. Y'all were just suffering for like 2 months, and then all of a sudden it's, the Bucks are babyface now. Like,
Right. No,
And I think
we
that
need-
same
we need a
criticism
year-
applies
we need a
to
year
FTR
redemption.
themselves also. FTR
big
has
time.
the whole time they've been in AEW said, "Oh yeah, what is it? No flips, just hits
Just
or
fist.
something
no
like
flips,
that."
just fists.
Just fists.
Yeah. Like that's
They're
been their
gimmick is
whole
we're good
moniker
wrestlers.
this
That's
whole
all
time.
They make good fodder because they're the FTR is the antithesis of the Bucks and that style altogether.
Yeah.
So I get it, but
Eh.
I just think
it's not
gotta make
something I'm clamoring for. Is the match going to be good? Yes. Is it something I want to see? No. And it institutes another issue with the tag team division, which was super hot during Brodito's reign. But
Yeah.
like, you're not giving anybody else that spot. Like, why have Top Flight never had a tag title shot on a pay-per-view?
I'm
Really?
saying.
They've never had one on a pay-per-view?
that should have happened years ago, as far as I'm
Like,
Top
if
Flight
private-
can go. Why?
if Private
What?
Party can become champions during the coldest moment of their point in their careers, y'all could have threw Top Flight in that mix.
like, even with Dante Martin's injuries, they could have done that by now, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jet Speed, they're trios champions. They can still go after the tag titles.
Hell yeah.
They ain't been doing nothing since they won the belts because Hangman been chasing the world title.
I think Trio
Right.
hurt the tag division.
The
I think
Trio
Trio
The Trio Championship did hurt the tag team division because
That
it's
was a mistake.
focus.
Yeah, matter of fact, every tag team that's been in the except I guess leading up to FTR winning them, they've been in some type of trios faction. Anyway,
Yeah. And that's another issue. I hate pointless factions. Like, bro, if y'all a group of 4 or 5 guys, you can't win a match. At some point, you're gonna ask yourself, why am I with these dudes?
yeah,
Right.
Yeah, you want a faction with purpose and a leader with
Exactly.
credibility. That makes it
Purpose, a mission statement, a
Exactly.
clear
Yes.
goal.
I'm gonna remember that when we get to SmackDown.
and y'all know how I feel about
Oh,
factions
jeez.
anyway.
Speaking
If
of
you're in a
factions,
I'm gonna
faction,
remember
you
that.
shouldn't
I'm
be
gonna remember
losing
that statement
matches.
when we get the factions on SmackDown.
Oh,
'Cause,
Oh,
that's
God.
SmackDown's probably having the worst faction war I've ever seen in my life because MFT.
Oh, God.
yeah,
We'll get to that in a
I'm
minute.
saying, but we'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah.
So next up, they had what surprised me, probably the biggest surprise of the night was well, not the biggest, the second biggest was the Will Ospreay video package because it was the second week in a row they did it, which lets me know that okay, the first time I'm like, okay, that was a little random. I wonder what's going on, but to play it 2 weeks in a row, okay.
So they're expecting him to come
something's
back.
going on. I think he's gearing to come
Yeah,
back.
yeah,
has to be.
If they do it 2 weeks in a row like that, that usually means he about to come back in a month or less.
If we're gonna see it
Yeah.
if we see it next week on Dynamite, then we definitely know something is going on.
Yo, here's something no one's thinking about. Do they manage to get AJ Styles and he faces Ospreay
At some point, I would like to.
at All In? Do they manage to do that?
At all in,
No, not at all.
Not at all.
That would
they
be
wouldn't.
wrong. That would be a big
At
draw.
All In,
not at
at
all.
all in, Ospreay is winning that world title.
Ospreay
There's
has
nothing
to
that's
win
going to
the world
convince me
title
otherwise.
next
That's
year.
true. That's a fair point.
At some point, after bragging about being the best wrestler in the world, which bell to bell, I still think he is, although Io Sky will present a very strong argument.
As always. Yeah.
At some point,
Io
you
Sky
need to-
wrestle him.
You need to reward that effort. You need to legitimize that. And the best way to do that is with the narrative of him being the AEW world champion.
Yeah.
If that championship represents
Yeah.
being the best wrestler in the world, Ospreay has to do it. He's only had one shot at the belt to my knowledge, and that was against Swerve. Fantastic match, but
Oh yeah.
at all in that he needs to win the Owen and all in Wembley Stadium, about 30 minutes from his house. That needs to be the moment. If he's looking to come
I
back,
agree.
that needs to be the move.
I
would
don't
say
care if
nothing
it's
less.
predictable. I don't care if it's predictable. They need to do that.
Predictable don't mean shit when it's the right
As long
thing
as
to
it's
do.
good, I don't care. Like they need to
You
do
watch
that.
Facts.
You watch a superhero movie and you know the good guys are gonna win. It's just a matter
Exactly.
of when. And probably
Exactly.
within the last 5 minutes of that 2-hour movie. I don't give a fuck about that.
As long
but
as you're invested, that's fine.
as long as you engage me and encapsulate, the energy of what's going on, and you give me a good narrative to roll with that, and of course a banging match, I'm good. I don't care
Nah,
how
I agree.
predictable it is.
Yep.
And Ospreay winning the world title is something that people have been wanting to see since he stepped foot into
Since he stepped
AEW.
foot in,
So
I thought
yeah.
it doesn't matter when it
I-
happens. It's
I
going to
thought
be
it was going to
received
happen
well.
last year, which is why I bought my tickets to All In. Given what's happened since, Hangman winning was absolutely the right call. But one of the things
Hangman
I
wouldn't
loved
have won
about
that, man. That would have been
was the
pitchforks.
unpredictability, because both Ospreay and Hangman presented an extremely strong argument for why they should win that match. Ospreay's ascension, Hangman's redemption. It made narrative sense, and then you combine that with that crazy in ring action at AEW, and you're in there for a ride.
Too bad Hangman's reign sucked, but still, the lead up to it was good.
Hey, look, the chase is always better than the title reign. I can live with that.
Yeah,
facts.
That's been the case with Hangman in particular. With
so the main event from Dynamite, they had it was the Women's World Championship. Chris Statlander and Tekla strap match. They beat shit out of each other. In that
yep.
Dog. I'm over here.
Yeah, they tore each other up.
Somebody watched that Ricky Starks and Bryan Danielson tape and was like,
let's stop that.
Yeah.
They set them in the back, like, study this.
They even said at the beginning of the match, I know Danielson, he was on commentary, and he said that it was the same strap that he used against Ricky Starks, and you know, his blood was on it, and that match was so brutal that they couldn't even get his blood off of the strap.
Statlander did an interview where people complained about the women in AEW bleeding in their matches. She's like, bro, we bleed once a month. At least this way we can do it voluntarily.
Funny.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I mean, she not wrong.
I'm like,
she's not wrong. She said it. I was like, okay, Stat, I can get with that. You right. You right.
I can get with that. If you want to present your women as equal with the men, I don't think any company does it very well, but I think AEW does it better than the others.
They just shouldn't do it too much, though. That's my only complaint. They do blood too much.
Well, yes, that's an AEW.
But
problem.
the amount that Stat was bleeding was perfect.
Yeah, I think that's in Mox's contract. I swear,
Bryan Danielson
that's in his contract.
Bryan Danielson himself said the main reason he left WWE is because they wouldn't let him bleed.
Yeah,
really?
That's why
I didn't even know that. So I think so this would be a good time to bring up.
Look, I've been doing
Joseph, you probably
style.
I thought it was because of the Miz.
That was that he left.
But yeah, so that was
what? They guys tried to make Miz another Bryan Danielson. Come on, man.
Bro.
Well, it's funny you say that. Real quick before we get to what Mike was saying. I don't know if y'all watched the Chris Van Vliet interviews with both Bryan and Miz, but I remember Bryan kind of went outside of kayfabe and he was like, "Oh, I don't have a problem with Miz." But Miz on his interview with Chris Van Vliet was like, "Oh, Bryan said that." And you could tell he was sad that Bryan wasn't keeping kayfabe about how they actually hate each other and how they're actually cool. And Miz just looked like defeated at that shit.
Like, I was
He's
ready.
Like, all the effort he put into that story.
I had it all prepared. Oh,
yeah.
Whatever, dude.
Yeah.
All right, so now that we brought up that Statlander and Tekla match, Joe, you mentioned an interview that you saw earlier that day before Dynamite that you said that you felt a title change was happening.
Absolutely. It was when you're spilling your guts out saying you're not getting over with the fans, I don't know who I am, or I'm not sure of myself, unlike Tony Storm and all that. You can't be the champion at that point. Like, if you're Tony Khan, you have to make that call. You know what I mean? You don't want your champion going out there not feeling confident about their work.
See, and I remember when you mentioned it, I thought that it was I thought it was part of a storyline because I think AEW's people do better than WWE at even when they do
kayfabe?
Interviews. They keep kayfabe. I think
MJF
does a lot better job.
If that was shown at W social media and all that, I'm thinking, okay, it's kayfabe, but it wasn't. It was a dead giveaway to me that she was going to drop the belt.
I mean, I figured Tekla had a chance when they announced the rematch because I was like, she beat her the first time like a couple weeks ago, but then she just challenged her to a rematch, and I'm like, okay, they're not going to have her beat her twice, are they?
Another thing.
Is Tekla really ready to win the title? She's only been in the company for not even a full year yet.
And I was actually shocked. I was shocked that Tekla won because, I mean, I see that they were building her up. I just never expected her to win the women's world title before
Megan.
We mentioned Megan Bain.
Yeah.
And I also, and you know, this is probably just me wishful thinking or fantasy booking, but I thought for a while that it was looking like Marina Shafir, who I've actually been very impressed with this year, or towards the end of last year.
That's another good choice
this year. Yeah. I thought that Marina Shafir was on her way to winning the world title.
Marina Shafir needs to be in that mix soon enough. Like, you know, y'all been doing all this stuff with her running interference for Death Riders. At some point, she got to prove that she can hang up there. She's been beefing with Tony Storm. When are we When are we going to pay that off? Because y'all been dragging this out for months. They've had one match and it ended on a rare DQ. We got to do something.
They've been beefing since Storm was still the
Now
champion.
you know
before,
AEW will drag a feud out until God knows how long.
WWE does
before
the
they
same
have
thing too.
WWE does the same thing, bro. It ain't an AEW problem.
No, both companies are very guilty of it.
You could tell shorter stories too, but they don't do that. Like you don't not
Like
everything.
you tell them, mix them. You tell one long story that carries the narrative of the show, and you tell the other short stories throughout that support that throughout that 2-3 hour television show.
And when characters don't use as much, you could tell shorter stories. Get them over.
Like when the Bloodline was at its peak, the Bloodline was sprinkled all throughout the show for SmackDown. You had the Judgment Day sprinkled all throughout the show on Raw. You had everything else that was along for the ride.
And the story arcs that they're doing and all that. You know, they need to.
It was the same way in WWE's peak in the Attitude Era. You know, everything was Stone Cold, The Rock, Triple H, Undertaker, Mankind, Kane, those guys. But you also had stuff on the undercard, you know, like the Hardys, the Dudleys, ENC, you know, Angle and Benoit, you know, having their matches, Jericho and what he was doing, you know, Lita.
Entertaining stories and all that. You know,
you can entertain up the card. I just feel that wrestling today, they don't put as much effort into the undercard as they do the main.
They don't. I agree. I agree. They don't.
Stories and everything else is like, well, we'll fit that in where we
again. I'm gonna bring that up when we get to SmackDown because I got some issues over there.
But
and I know I mentioned him too. I think I mentioned him to Bryce last week
because for somebody who beat Toni Storm, Mercedes Moné, and Jamie Hayter on back-to-back pay-per-views, I felt her title reign was very underwhelming.
Yeah.
We're talking about stat.
Underwhelming.
Yeah, we're talking about stat.
Yeah, stat, yeah.
I felt like there was something missing. Like I'm glad she won the title. I thought it was the right call when she did hold the belt. And I was at Wrestle Dream. Her match with Toni Storm was the matches were very good. But there was something in narratively that was just missing, that just did not make me want to engage with it very much.
I think Toni Storm needs a break off of TV. Her character needs a break.
So is there a chance that those were her real feelings?
It's just she relies on sexual windows too much, way more than she used to. She used to be clever and witty. Now she's just hanging on to she's trying to hang on to her character for dear life now. It's like she needs a break.
And one problem that Unc David, shout out to Unc, expressed that was a major issue with her character is Toni especially when she was champion, would overshadow the entire division. There would be segments that had nothing to do with her, and she would get a whole televised entrance or be on commentary or be seen in the crowd, and it's like, this ain't got shit to do with you. Why are you here?
Right.
You saw
it's Toni Storm and all, but like, bro, the division, there's a lot more women in the division. You don't need to just make it about Toni and Mercedes.
Yeah.
Right. They buried the
at some point during Toni's reign, she became bigger than the women's division.
Yes,
exactly. And I think
that was to the
even
division.
Still, some of the best TV, and it led into a great match. Was that last what was it called? The Final Dance or
the Hollywood ending with Mariah.
Hollywood ending. Yeah,
that was great.
Oh yeah,
that was fucking.
That was
top 5 stories AEW's ever told, bar none.
Hell
that was some of the best television that I had watched. The segment that they had on Collision, it led into the great match. Like,
it might have been too good. Were incredible. Been nearly the same ever since.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to me,
because like she lost her character. She lost her character. Her character lost its drive after that. You had the Mercedes match at All In, which was, in my opinion, the match of the year. That was my favorite match from 2025 because you had all that star power and all the insanity that came with it. It's at the biggest show of the year, 2 biggest stars fighting for the top championship. That match could have main evented if it weren't for Hangman and Mox. That match could have main evented.
I would have justified it. Yeah.
So it works, but after that, it's like, okay, you beat Mercedes. Now what?
Where do you go from there? There's nowhere else to go. Exactly.
There's nowhere. When you're on top of the mountain, there's nowhere else to go but down. And one issue I've had with Toni Storm's character is she has not really sold to me the misery of losing that championship. At least not long enough.
Yeah.
Like, I feel it's like a darker version of herself, after losing that, but nothing changed.
I remember you mentioned
a more depressed version of herself. Because we saw how insane she was getting when she was creating the Timeless character. When she because when she lost the title to Mariah May, she was just off TV for several months until she came back as regular Toni Storm. All right, cool. but you've lost the championship again. Now, like, her and Mina Shirakawa were not really selling, the misery of that. They were crying together for a minute, but then they were winning matches, and they're in the finals for the tag tournament, and then they lose that too, and then they just go back to, their regular shtick. It's like, make those losses mean something. And I'm not talking about, go cry in a corner for 2 to 3 weeks. No, make that you can stretch a story like that for months to make it more engaging, make it more compelling, make people want to see what happens next with your character.
I agree.
Was Mercedes on the show at all on Wednesday?
Mercedes has not been seen since she lost the title.
MGF and Brody weren't on the show either, if I'm not mistaken.
She still got like 9 belts. Well, she still got 9 belts. The hell, get your ass to work.
She has a match at CMLL next month. She's coming back next month.
Yeah, she'll be back. She'll be back.
If you got enough gold, on you got enough gold to work for. Get your ass to work.
I think she's dropping the TMLL title next month. I think she's losing.
So she'll probably be back for during the build for All In then.
Yeah, so she'll definitely be back when the spring rolls around. So does anybody want to talk about what happened on TNA? Because I don't remember much.
I did not watch it.
I didn't watch it.
I didn't get to catch it, so I was too tired.
All right. So we're sorry TNA game. We're gonna move on to SmackDown.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is me cracking my knuckles.
All right, Uncle Remy.
Because I got problems. I ain't made it through a 3-hour show of SmackDown since they started that up again.
It's tough
Not
to do
a
it,
one.
man. It's hard.
They be putting me to sleep before the 3rd hour. Like, come on. Yeah. I'm old. Y'all got to do something else with this.
I'm working 9, 10 hours in a row
that they started good, and then it goes like just boring.
It's like the first 2 matches be solid, and then it's like,
right, it's a decline right from there.
The momentum going, exactly.
And you know what SmackDown reminds me of? It's booked just like when you play WWE 2K and you go into GM mode.
When you go on,
and they say start off hot, and then put your stuff in the middle and end hot. They're booking it just like
my man dead ass hit us with, we got SmackDown at home.
Oh my goodness.
I ain't never heard that like that before. Damn, they booking it like the game. That's
yeah.
All right, so I'm checking out a review from TJR Wrestling because they'll run down the show. So they had it with Tiffany Stratton kicks off the show, comes out for a promo or whatever because she just qualified for the Chamber last week if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
So Lash and Nia interrupt her. They're talking, they're smacking everything.
Black Girl Devastation.
Rhea and Io come out because they have a tag title match tonight against Nia and Lash.
Oh yeah,
and that leads into their match, and the match was cool, but the way it ended was fucking ridiculous.
It was chaotic. Yeah, it really was.
But it didn't make any sense. Like, bro, the ref, like, what? The ref just lost control and was like, bro, I'm in my 70s. Fuck this. I'm tired, bro. Ring the bell.
For real.
We done.
Look, after 50, you get tired of bullshit like that. After time, no.
I'm not
there yet.
I don't like people. What the fuck?
You don't like anything.
He's like, I'm done, dog.
But I like Nia with Lash. I like Black Girl Devastation.
Yeah. So the match just ended in chaos like that. All right, we got nothing. What else did we have? Aleister Black and the Zelina video package. I like that Black and Zelina together, and if nothing else, Zelina's music was so fucking terrible they had to give her husband.
Oh, that shit was ass.
Look here. I'm gonna just say this: when those promos come on, I'm just there for Zelina.
Facts.
Okay,
facts. I'm not there for look. I'm happy Aleister's back with WWE. I am happy he's on TV every week, but I am not there for him.
The promos,
that whole feud with him and Damian Priest started getting on my nerves when they was feuding with no matches, and I'm like,
interesting. I thought it was interesting with the way they did that promo because it seemed like Black was talking about Randy Orton. So I'm like, are we seeing Aleister Black and Randy Orton finna get into something?
I think that's what they coming with next.
I think
I think so too.
I'm only there for Zelina.
Aleister interrupted Orton last week before their triple threat match,
and Zelina gave him one of them up and down looks. Like
I don't think that's a WrestleMania match, at least not for Orton.
Because Orton's gonna be in the chamber, so
Orton's in the chamber. So next up, you had Mello. He talked to Apollo Crews and who the fuck else? It was Matt Cardona and Apollo Crews, and Miz walked up. Bro, I swear to God, I forgot Apollo Crews worked there.
We all did.
Man,
we all did.
Man, I
We all
was
did.
so happy to see that man again. I'm like, damn, you alive? I was so happy to see you, Apollo.
Bro, I'm shocked.
I said his name like he say his name in his song.
Apollo!
Apollo!
We saw him 2 weeks in a row now.
Yeah.
Mello comes out there. He owes Ilya Dragunov a title shot. I'm like, all right, cool. Something good on this show finna happen. Yeah. And then
we don't
hear Solo Sikoa's music.
Yeah.
And here come the fucking MFT.
Oh, God.
We do not call them
wrestling. I'm sorry.
We do not call them that. That's a sucky name. We do not acknowledge that name. Their
they got
name
aura, bro.
Of the
he said, y'all
didn't I say I was gonna come back to useless factions? Here we are.
Yep.
That's exact.
Yeah.
This exact one I was waiting on.
Perfect
Because
example.
what the hell are y'all doing? Y'all ain't nothing but Samoan carbon copies of people that are on the roster or should be on the roster.
Yeah.
You got Pineapple Rhino. You got Fruit Medley. I just talked about him. Damn.
You got Big Boots, whatever his name is, the tall one.
You got Tama.
The top one. That's who I was talking about.
Tongan Big Show, as I call him.
I can't tell them apart sometimes, man. I get the names.
Tongan Big Show. Talatonga's ass. Tonga Big Show.
No. He a bootleg island version of Damian Priest. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. We got one of him in the back already. Why are you here?
Has he had a singles match?
And then you let Ray Phoenix bitch you on TV when you
maybe on like main event, but not on SmackDown. I don't think. Oh wait, no, he had one against fucking Ray Phoenix some months ago. I think.
Ray Phoenix that step stool to slap him in the face.
He jumped on that button. I'm like, bruh, you get bitched out on TV by Ray Phoenix? Solo Dolo? Go sit down. Go sit in the back. Go sit in the back and think about what you did. No more TV time for you.
Solo talks some smack. Ilya and the MFTs jump Mello and Dragunov. Matt Cardona and Apollo Crews pull up to now it's 5-on-4, and Shinsuke Nakamura comes in to make the save. I'm like,
one of the most random face teams
we doing this again? Did we try this already?
And then here comes the puzzling part. If I because SmackDown was in Dallas about on Friday. It's about an hour away from where I live. If I felt like blowing $3,000, I could go.
Right.
But if I would have went there and y'all told me there was going to be a U.S. title match between Ilya Dragunov and Carmelo Hayes, and it gets canceled. So there can be a 10-man tag with the fucking MFTs.
That's bait and switch to the
walked out of there and got my money
worst
back.
Bait and switch ever.
Because here's the thing. Didn't we try this same storyline with them 2-3 months ago?
I couldn't tell you, bro. I don't.
With Survivor Series, like leading up to Survivor Series.
Because I remember it because I'm like, this gonna be on the bullshit pre-show, which is what I call the SmackDown.
Yeah, you and Joe both called it.
Like, this is gonna be on the bullshit pre-show because this is a bullshit ass match, and it don't deserve it don't deserve War Games. And this is bullshit.
So
and that's what they did. And Shinsuke was part of that one too.
Yeah.
Nakamura's washed physically. Like he's at that point where he knows, I'm 40. I'm about to be 46 years old, bro. I done beat my body to shreds. I'm just here to collect a check.
He's also his role.
Exactly.
His days at the top.
I'm telling you right now, his best match this year was against AJ.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, facts.
It is all. Absolutely. It is all. Look,
that's the best match he's had at all.
I love Nakamura, but the best match he's had this year, and the best match he's going to have this year, is him versus AJ. And
Point
that's
it.
Saturday night's main event.
Yep. So the 10-man tag happens, and it ends with Tama Tonga pinning Carmelo Hayes after that fucking hidden blade from Wish.
Just to set up a future title match.
Wish.
Hey, I like Tama Tonga though, so I ain't gonna say nothing bad about it. But him and Ospreay are boys though. I know that they're boys in real life.
You got Tonga Loa botching his ass off. Where I'm like, I'm convinced Hunter keeps him with the company because he likes watching Botchamania clips on his burner account.
Yeah. Tonga Loa is just man. He's only there because of I don't know if they're ever gonna do the Gorillas of Destiny in WWE, but that's the only reason he's there.
Nah, probably not.
We good. We good. So Tama Tonga pinned Mello. I guess he's gonna. Him and Shinsuke been doing some shit backstage. So I guess they're gonna.
That's what Mike and I have been talking about.
Did they ever translate their conversation? Did somebody do that?
Or just
we found one instance on Twitter. It was the second one. I don't think it was the first one.
I thought. Oh yeah, I don't know which one it was, but only one of those conversations I've seen a translation for.
So next up, they got Charlotte and Alexa backstage. Charlotte, apologized about eliminating Alexa at the Rumble, and Alexa's like, "Hey, look, bro, I know the rules. I know the game. We've been at this for too long."
Charlotte was looking fine on Friday.
Oh, okay.
Facts. Had that.
Sometimes, bro,
My
I
man.
be trusting your taste, and then you say shit like this.
What have I been telling you though, bro? She's had the glow up.
She look like a skeleton with a blonde wig.
I don't care.
Get the hell out of here.
But hey,
I gotta disagree. She had that shit on, as T said.
I'm gonna tell your wife. You keep.
I had to tell my wife. I'm like, listen, forgive me.
And you know what? She shouldn't cook for you for a week.
Hey, man.
Oh,
Lord. Hey. She just went back in the room, so I can't even. But man. Wow. Damn. I'm just saying, like T said, she had that shit on. I'm just saying.
I cringe whenever I heard Galentine's because, like, first of all, I hate that B word in general, but that Galentine part, I'm like, bro, whoever wrote that shit.
I never even heard of that until this year. I've been seeing.
I've heard of that.
I've heard of that before.
It is such bullshit.
I heard of dudes wanting to go with their girl to a Galentine's Day party. I'm like,
they fuck that shit. Nah,
it's not for you. What are you doing?
Nah, that's weird.
It's for the single girls that ain't got nothing to do, which don't make sense in Alexa's case because she's married with a child.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like Charlotte, you 6 months, a year free from a divorce, you'll be all right. So
right.
They backstage, they got Damian Priest and R-Truth talking to Nick Aldis. Kit Wilson comes in, calling everybody toxic. R-Truth,
one half of an iconic ripoff. Whatever.
I don't mind.
He ain't nothing but a well-dressed jobber at this point. I'm
already sick of the
Kit
Wilson
fine.
stuff.
He has a place.
There's
a place for him on the show. There's a place for a loser that's comedic relief. Like,
I mean, he's trying to make it work. I'll give him credit.
I mean, here's the thing. I get comedic relief. R-Truth is right there.
That's a good point.
One though, like you
can have more. Yeah.
But the thing is, Kit Wilson's gimmick ain't funny.
I mean, white people think it is.
They're doing more with it.
Yeah, that's really what it's for.
Fair.
Exactly.
It ain't for us. I'll give you that.
No, not for us by any means.
It ain't for us. Look, I don't really care for it, but
I will
like,
surrender that position
about it.
You right. It's not
so.
That's fair. That's fair.
Next up, they have the qualifier match. You had the U.S. champion Julia. She has Kiana James in her corner. Zelina was out there. I don't know why Aleister Black wasn't in her corner. And then you had Alexa with Charlotte and Alexa Bliss with Charlotte in her corner. So
because it was Galentine's Day, Aleister wasn't invited.
Slapping women. This is not 06 Orton.
All right.
Why you want him out there, man? Damn.
The crowd was pretty much dead for the match until Julia gave Zelina that super butterfly suplex, which I know it looked like it sucked for Zelina to take that bump. But, the match, they get in the interference. The match ends. Zelina thinks she's about to go for a suicide dive on what the fuck is that girl's name? Julia. But Alexa catches her and is like, I don't think so. We hitting that Sister Abigail DDT. So Alexa qualified for the chamber, which, all right, cool. Julia, I didn't think was going to make it in. Zelina, come on, let's be serious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was one of the predictable ones. Yeah.
She actually is a good wrestler, but let's be serious.
Yeah.
So
they ain't really giving Julia no shine, even though she got the U.S. title. They really ain't.
She's had no clear direction since she got.
I am convinced that Road Dogg has never seen a match from this woman before she signed with the company. They have no idea.
Yes, I agree.
I believe
I see that.
I
can see that.
I agree.
He does not know what to do with her. He has no
I
idea.
I don't trust his judgment anyway. He might have seen a match with her and still don't know what the fuck to do with her. I just don't trust his
Backstage,
judgment.
Tiffany Stratton, she runs into Jordan Grace because Jordan's challenging Jade for the title tonight. Chelsea Green pops in, in a wheelchair.
I'm so glad she was still on TV, man.
Me too.
I know she got.
I was worried about that.
To keep Chelsea on TV, bro.
Facts, you have to.
Yeah,
He makes it work, no matter what.
And especially with their women's division, they need Chelsea in some capacity.
Chelsea,
I talked about it in the last episode.
Chelsea's attention when she's on the screen.
Endearing. Like it does not matter what you give her, what creative, good or bad, she is going to make.
She makes it work, and she makes it look good while doing it. And she can go in the ring if they just let her wrestle.
Yeah,
if they let her wrestle,
so
she can go in the ring.
Yeah, she absolutely can. Like they on Unreal, they put the match with her and Penta put footage of that match with him on Unreal. So motherfuckers know Chelsea can go. We've known this for about a decade now.
Yeah.
I need to see this episode. I need to see
Phoenix
this episode
running into Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn's all depressed and shit because he can't win a big match to save his life.
Oh, poor Sami.
And then Trick Williams comes out and just stomp.
Yes.
That man is the pimp of SmackDown right now. Okay, I'm gonna just say it like
like instantly comes in there and starts cooking Sami Zayn on the mic.
Yes.
That made me so happy.
He says, "You got sketches on. Your breath smell like 10 pounds of bounce that ass."
Yeah, that took me out.
Wow.
Took me clean out. I'm like, oh my god.
Oh,
bruh, Trick was wilding. And
he was. I loved it.
With a quality match against Ray Phoenix, who got to give the man props. I hate the way he's booked, but the way he did the inside out bump for the trick shot knee.
Ooh,
oh, that was great. But Phoenix,
that was excellent.
Put him on Raw.
Yeah, that was good,
man.
Like,
the Trick Williams, everything Trick Williams did on Friday, slam dunk.
And I hate when people say that Trick Williams hasn't improved. He has improved. People.
If Trick does not get the title by years in, I'm riding.
I think that at WrestleMania the move is going to be Mello and Trick for the U.S. title.
It's got to be. It has to be. Like both of them are finally rising up.
I agree.
Trick more than Mello. Like that has to happen.
The ring together this week. They're in a triple threat qualifier with Damian Priest. I think Trick is going to win that match and go to the chamber.
That's up their Mania program. Yep.
He's not going to win the chamber, but it's a good spot for him.
Yes, I think he should be in the chamber. Yes.
So
and if anything, that could lead to Trick screwing Mello out of his chamber slot. Someone else goes in.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Io and Rhea are backstage. I mean, all right, cool. Kiana and Julia showed up. They talk about taking each other's titles. Julia and Io Sky, we need to see in the future. We need that. Yeah, and I love how after they left, Jade Cargill just walked up to them, didn't say a word. Look, mean mugged Rhea Ripley, and I'm like, there's money in that fight there.
Oh, that's
man.
Fight. I can't wait.
Man, and I am so glad that they got Jade like this. Like, I'm the baddest bitch in here. I ain't got.
She doesn't need to say much. She
doesn't need to say much. She doesn't need to do much. Looking at Jade tells you everything you need to know about her. I'm a bad bitch, and both looks and I'll whoop your ass.
Right.
She don't need to be out there having
I will throw your ass through this motherfucking ring. I don't give a fuck. I like that.
She don't need to be out there having a 15, 20-minute match against Zelina Vega. No, she need to be out there putting hoes down.
Right. We need her on squash match duty.
The great ones don't need to tell you that they're great. You see it as soon as
you see it. You see it.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
So we got the women's title match. Jordan Grace challenging Jade Cargill for the WWE Women's Championship. Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez come out there with Dominic Mysterio, and he had the Dom.
So bad.
Boy had a bottle of that Dom Julio. I was hollering, bro. This man out here eating chicken strips next to a badass blonde. I'm like, and his wife is at home. I'm like, man, Dominic Mysterio got it made, bro.
Man.
He has unlimited. I don't know how he does it.
Jade and Jordan had a pretty good match. I enjoyed it. Jordan clearly had to work down to Jade's level, which that works fine. That works fine.
Great, of course.
The spot at the end where Jordan went for her finisher. She called it beast mode. The spinning rack bomb or whatever, and Jade flipped out and just jaded.
Yeah.
And she dropped one of her arms in the middle of the move. So I'm like, was she still on the arm, or I don't know what the deal was with that.
Yeah.
But the match was good.
And they had
finally defends the championship, her first time defending it on television since she won the belt in early November.
And I had a big gripe with I felt that Dom and Liv and Raquel coming out took far too much away from that match.
It distracted.
I agree.
People were way too focused on Dom, and Dom is over. Let's not beat around the bush with that. That pop when they walked out was for Dominic Mysterio. They were chanting his name. It wasn't for Liv.
Dallas was fucking with Dom.
Because let's be honest, Liv and Raquel don't get that reaction when they come out.
No, when the judgment, Liv does, Raquel doesn't.
There you go.
You are correct. Liv don't get as big a pop as Dom though, but Liv do get a better pop than Raquel.
Dom is one of the most open wrestlers in the industry right now. It's
that pop. That pop was for Dom. They started chanting his name while they were walking down to the ringside.
Yeah, and even during the match too, which that's great. But like we've all said, that really took away from Jade and Jordan. I know Vitia mentioned it.
I know what they're doing. They're teasing Liv, considering choosing Jade, but there's a way to do that.
There's a way to do it without involving Dom.
Like, you got the U.S. champion out here, doing the open challenge, but the Intercontinental champion pops up on the same show eating chicken nuggets.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That
maybe they could come out after the match.
I had a big problem with Dom and Liv being at ringside for that, especially with everybody was going on about how Jade hasn't defended her title in 100 days. Then we get the first title defense, and
ain't nobody gave Dominic Mysterio that smoke.
Right.
Exactly.
Not once. And here's the thing: he was short on his defenses when he was healthy.
That's true.
Granted, he was injured over the last month and a half or so. But if that was the case, y'all could have took the belt off him.
Before he was injured,
I'm surprised they didn't relinquish it. Honestly,
before he was injured, he held 2 belts and wasn't defending either one of them.
So backstage, Motor City Machine Guns and Fraxium were back there. Like the Wyatts and the MFTs are beefing over the tag titles. I forgot they even popped out after the MFTs won.
Speaking of directionless tag teams, those two are directionless too.
Like you got Motor City Machine Guns and Fraxium hanging out backstage, but you got MFTs running around with the tag belts.
Right. Like what are we doing?
Like, what are we fucking?
Johnny Gargano is stuck because he lost his naked mole rat. That's what what? No, I told y'all I was gonna come back to that. I told y'all.
No, I've been waiting.
I was waiting on you to bring it up.
I've been waiting, bro.
I cocked that gun an hour ago. Why?
You were ready today,
I bet you Candace is the one who put this idea in his head. You need to milk that because he's not here no more. Shut up. Go wrestle.
Yo, I'll just fucking Gargano says I have nothing left, and your wife is right there. Like that's crazy.
Yeah, that is wild.
Diabolical work, bro.
I could never.
I would never, bro. Dead ass.
No.
That's diabolical. The mother of your children is standing right next to you over here, like,
you out
here pulling a Whitney Houston. I got nothing. If you don't get your ass in somebody's ring,
those backstage segments with them, they're just getting on my nerves now. I feel like they're wasting my time.
Next up, they backstage. Obafemi's talking to Nick Aldis. He offers him a contract. He wants to be a part of SmackDown. Kit Wilson comes in with a poem. He reads a poem, and apparently it sets up another match with him and Obafemi next week. Not a fan of that. Like Oba ran through Kit Wilson. Oba needs to be running through. He needs to be running through multiple jobbers.
I need them to treat Oba with more respect than that.
They need to treat him like a big
deal already. But just do it.
Like, I'm sorry, they just not they giving him Kit Wilson again.
Yo, Brock Lesnar should run out there, lay Oba out. Then we can start the program with them. Like,
Brock is supposed to appear on Raw, not next Monday, but the Monday after.
No,
yeah,
he shouldn't. Oba should do something to him this time.
Because Brock eliminated Oba.
Because Oba was eliminated by Brock. No, this needs to be a tit for tat. This don't need to be a Roman versus Brock situation from 4-5 years ago. No.
And they can do it. They can do it because Oba technically, I didn't see him actually sign that contract.
Right.
I know they booked the match, but I didn't actually see him sign it.
He's still a free agent.
Right. We don't know what show he on, and they still may bounce him from show to show between
They
now
need to
and
get that over
WrestleMania.
with. Like, we're going to be on every week.
Agreed. Like,
But
bro,
I
he
think
been
they're
off
gonna
N-
wait
he
until
been off
after
N-
Mania. I bet they're gonna wait until
what
after
they should have
Mania.
been doing was trying to negotiate him to a contract before he left NXT.
Yeah.
True, but I think there's more intrigue in having it kind of wait until after Mania, especially if he's facing Brock. I mean, we'll probably get more insight in 2 weeks when Brock's on Raw, and assuming Oba
Because Brock's not
runs
really
up on Raw.
associated with the brand either, so I guess.
Whatever Brock's plan may be. So
There's
then you
a-
had the main event. It was Cody Rhodes, Sami Zayn, Jacob Fatu, qualifying match for the Elimination Chamber. Match, was cool and everything. Drew McIntyre came out, jumped Jacob, put him through the announce table, hit Cody with the Claymore. He's trying to help Sami Zayn win the match because Sami Zayn is the one he's beaten 12 times. So if he wants anybody to win, he don't want smoke with Jacob.
He want the dude. He got double-digit wins over. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
He's scared of everybody else.
That makes sense. But Cody is Superman at this point, so he ain't having that. And Sammy is getting sick of Drew's nonsense. Sammy busts Drew with the haluva kick. And Cody, Sammy turned his back for a second, and hey, look, that's all it takes. Cody drops him at the crossroads, and Cody advances to the chamber.
Yeah, Triple H is safe.
Personally, not a fan of that decision.
I'm not either.
I want
I wanted Jacob in there. I wanted Jacob in the chamber. I
I
want to see
said,
Jacob get let loose in the chamber.
But that
not even that.
Fuck
I
yeah.
said when Drew, I said last time I was on the podcast that it should be Drew screwing Cody and Jacob and helping Sammy win, which had up until the moment where Cody kicked out, I thought that was what the plan was.
Right.
Because then you could set up a match where Aldis goes, okay, well, you screwed them two last week. You're going to defend that title at Elimination Chamber against Jacob and Cody because you took them out of their opportunity to go to WrestleMania.
Right.
Yep.
So you would have had another big match for Elimination
That
Chamber.
would have made sense.
Yeah.
But
And then once Drew cheats, then you got, Orton winning the Elimination Chamber. Cody and Jacob will find their way back in. That sets up a fatal four-way for the title.
Now, my only thing is, I agree they should do the fatal four-way, but doesn't that diminish the importance of the Elimination Chamber itself, though?
I mean, it will.
It depends on how the chamber is booked, though.
Yeah, depending on how the chamber kind of pans out.
right.
Right now,
We've
I think
seen,
Orton-
even
I
though
think
Elimination
Orton's the
Chamber is
favorite.
supposed to be like there should be a definitive winner. Y'all remember a couple years ago when
Well,
Taker
there's
was in
gonna be a
Chamber
definitive
and
winner.
Shawn Michaels screwed him out of winning the Chamber.
You might not be understanding me. I'm sorry. There's going to be a definitive winner in the Chamber, but there's also a triple threat match that you could make out of that. Cody, Drew, and Jacob. So when Drew cheats to beat the two of them, Orton's got the top shot at Drew. So now the Orton and Drew match is made official. Cody and Jacob keep crashing out the entire time to the point where they get into their business, and Aldis is like, man, fuck all this shit. Y'all all gonna fight at Mania. We gonna settle this then.
Oh yeah, I think we're heading to a fatal four-way. I just don't think Randy is going to be the fourth person. I think it's going to end up being Sami Zayn.
Wait, Mike, who you said was gonna be the fourth guy?
I think Sami Zayn is going to end up being the fourth guy.
That's what I think.
Interesting.
I don't think it's going to be Randy.
I think that'll set him up because.
Well, the only thing about that is I
four-way.
don't know how you do that. Sammy got pinned in the qualifier. Sammy's not going to the chamber.
Right.
Yeah,
So-
but they like me and Mike been saying they gotta do something with Sammy in this title chase because this has been going on for a year plus now. If they do not do it now, they can't really have Sammy win. I
told you last week. I don't think it's happening until next year.
That's exactly what
that's too late though. Like that's the thing.
Yeah,
I
think
hear
that's
y'all,
too
but
late.
that's way too late.
Like it's
And
not
here's the
it's not
thing.
what I want to happen, but it's what I think is going to happen.
We all, except for Joe, we all love Sammy, but
Hey, look.
we all getting tired of this. We tired of waiting to see what they gonna do with him.
We tired
Do
of always
something
the
with
bridesmaid,
it. If
never
you-
the bride.
If you gonna put the belt on him, put the goddamn belt on him. Jesus.
Against Roman, that was the best time to do it, but they couldn't do it for obvious reasons. But if they had to belt Sammy, that was the best time to do it. But
Yeah.
that was Cody's story mainly. But,
Yeah, so that just it was. I mean, to be honest, SmackDown was largely a bore. I didn't really give too much of a shit about what was happening outside of, like Cody winning the qualifier was predictable.
Yeah.
and this is one of the ones where predictable is being a bad thing. You could have done something interesting. Cody in the Chamber does not really interest me because I'm sorry. Cody's the favorite to win the Chamber. Cody in the Chamber does not interest me because I'm about 90% sure that he's going to win it. And then the question is what do we do at Mania? Because Cody and Drew one-on-one, we cannot have that be the Mania match.
No.
Yeah, we've already seen it way too many times. Like
under no circumstances can that be the match. You have to throw somebody in there. Whether it's Jacob Fatu or Randy Orton or Sami Zayn, whoever it's got to be, somebody else has got to be involved in that. You cannot do Cody and Drew one-on-one.
Yeah, you got to show some balls and take a chance, man. Break the mold. You can't just do Cody and Drew. No.
Take a chance, do something. With the Women's Chamber, I don't know who's going to challenge Jade for the title. I mean, if since Bianca Belair didn't come back at the Rumble, I'm like, I got nothing.
Her finger's still banged up. It's crazy. It has not.
Yeah,
it was a broken knuckle. It was just her knuckle. And I'm like, your knuckle got you out that long? That would be a fucked up
injury. You have to be able to flex it properly. So she took longer than she should have, I think, to get the surgery for it. She was trying to heal it.
She probably thought she was going to rehab it.
Yeah,
so that's unfortunate.
I missed her, man.
So is anybody else have anything about SmackDown, or do we want to move to Grand Slam?
I need to get the Grand Slam so I can talk about Wheeler Yuta.
The last person I want to talk about is Wheeler Yuta. I can't stand
him. Give him some Jesus
I can't
Christ
stand him either.
I
can't stand him. I can't stand him either, but I need to talk about his bald-headed ass now.
Maybe he tries to look badass, the more geekier he looks. Like, he's so...
All right, so they kick off Grand Slam. Jon Moxley against Konosuke Takeshita for the Continental Championship. The match goes to a 20-minute draw. I thought it was really good. I did not think that I thought that Takeshita was going to win the title. I don't like Moxley as champion. Like, I'm tired of seeing Mox with a belt.
Speaking of, he needs a break like Tony off of AEW TV. He's been oversaturated for like 3 years now. Like
he's been carrying the company on his back since the inception. Bro,
straight up.
You don't have to do that anymore.
You really don't, bro. It's good.
They good.
Go get you some blood packs and chill.
Take a minute, raise your wife and kid.
Moxley.
I don't find a lot interesting with Jon Moxley, especially because he's
babyface.
The rest of the Death Riders are healed. Like what?
Yeah.
Like out of all the people from the Shield, he is the least interesting, is what I'm trying to say. Of all the people from the Shield, it's like
I personally disagree with that.
I disagree too.
I respect Moxley and his work ethic, but he needs a fucking.
And to be fair,
I prefer Mox over Seth.
To be fair, though, my disinterest in Moxley came from WWE and how they handled him.
Yeah,
I will say that.
He had a lot of good moments, but a lot of Dean Ambrose was trying to turn chicken shit into chicken salad, and unfortunately, that chicken shit was real strong.
Yes, and
this is a better environment for him. AEW is a better fit for him.
AEW is
I'd agree with that.
I mean, they were willing to at least back him. Fucking WWE didn't even do that. So to say I don't like somebody, but to say I still feel bad for them for how a company handled them, that's fair. Like,
I mean, for God's sakes, before he left, he was doing the shit with the gas.
He was
mask and the needle in his ass. Like, Moxley was.
They had that man acting like he was Bane's little cousin.
I'm saying,
like, he knew he was out to do it. So the match with the Takeshita was really good. They're probably going to run it back at Revolution. I believe that Takeshita is taking that title, and he's going to face Okada, and they're just going to bring back the Unified Championship.
I see.
That's what I think is happening with that. What was the next one? Women's tag team title match. You had the Babes of Wrath against Mega Bad. I expected Mega Bad to win the titles, so I was surprised when Harley and Willow retained them.
Who the Mega Bad? That's Megan Bayne and Alex Winter, right?
Penelope Ford.
Ford.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So they retained the titles. The match was cool. Harley had a good showing. I just want to see Harley lose. I'm sorry.
Damn,
dog.
Hey. Chill.
I forgot you don't be liking Harley. See?
Yeah, he be hating on her.
Man.
What did the Muppet Mistress do to you? Is it because she like felt and you don't? Are you a felt racist? Because I have a problem with that.
Shit, that is bugged.
And I took that personally.
Yes, I'm in that pose right now. Yeah, I did a little bit.
Her stick just annoys me, and it bothers me that she gets so much TV time when there are so many better women on the roster.
Well, she has more personality than a lot of those ladies on the roster too, though. A lot of them.
Yeah, she's over, and I get why, but I personally don't care. Like she almost won me over with the match with Mercedes last year, especially with that puppet spot. But like, generally, I find her annoying.
That's okay. If 5 random Muppets show up at your door to jump you, it was me.
Oh my god!
Oh Lord.
So, and then they had the after the match, Megan and the new girl Lena Cross came in there and jumped them and joined forces with Megan and Penelope to go beat them down. So, all right, cool.
Yeah.
You only saying cool because they got jumped. Anyway,
I mean, I don't like that Willow got to suffer through this. So the demand, they had something to say to Jack Perry. They're still doing this Ricochet and Jack Perry nonsense. Is he not beating? So next up, you had Hangman Adam Page against Andrade El Idolo. Winner gets an AEW World Title match for Revolution. You knew this was gonna bang. There was a hilarious little spot in the crowd where Andrade was checking out this one girl. I can't remember if he kissed her or not or whatever, but she tried to flirt with Hangman, and Hangman was like, "I'm happily married, man." I thought
it seems like they're adding that into Andrade's character, the messing with like the women in the crowd. That's starting to become a normal thing for him.
He a whole fuckboy.
Won the match. I thought Andrade should have won.
I do want to say real quick, not to get too far off topic, but ever since Andrade left WWE this most recent time, that dude has been putting on bangers. I've been seeing the independent
like that. His final form right now. Like bro is straight Namek Freezer right now.
If I don't know if y'all have seen some of the matches that he's done on the independent scene outside of AEW, but he's putting on.
Andrade's been cooking ever since he got released. It's like his passion for wrestling has been reinvigorated.
He got the slap in the face he needed, honestly.
A lot of people talk about shit.
A lot of people talk about shit when Ricochet said that WWE kills the passion for a lot of wrestlers, but here we are watching Andrade thrive outside. I'm just saying.
Yeah. And part of me does wonder with him and he and Charlotte breaking up, because Charlotte is coming into a better version of herself too.
Yeah.
So I'm just wondering if they were struggling in their marriage.
I think them both not working for the same company helped them both.
They could be focused more on their work.
Yeah.
Help them get away from each other. Sometimes that separation, absence makes the heart grow fonder. Maybe not necessarily for each other, but in general.
Yeah, we've all been there. Yeah, I can see it.
And Andrade, he knows what he brings to the table. He knows what he does best. Like he's a fantastic wrestler, and I think that he's more valued in AEW for doing so. Henceforth, why it was so easy for him to come back, because the way he left AEW the first time, it was no bad blood. His contract expired. He put over Miro on the way out, and Tony Khan had nothing but nice things to say about him. So when they brought him back about a year and a half later after that, it made perfect sense. I'm glad they finally paid off the deal with him and Omega after WWE did their meddling and junk. And he's beaten Swerve and Omega back to back over the last month. So I don't mind him losing.
They go from here though. That's my question.
There's a bigger story to tell between Hangman and MJF, but I wouldn't have minded if he won, because that's a fresh match.
That's what I wanted. Yeah, I think they should have pulled the trigger on that.
But I also think Andrade, they never expected him to come back to AEW as quickly as he ended up coming back. I think they really included him because they know he can put on those great matches with these guys. But they didn't. I know they didn't have a story ready for him. That's
what the Don Callis family is for. We ain't got nothing for you. Go over there with Don. Let's just go over there to the NWO. Just go over there to the NWO. For real. Everybody who has come back or ain't doing nothing, they over there with Don Callis.
And that is the hardest catering faction I've ever seen.
Good.
Bruh.
All right, AT, we should take it to the main event. I know a couple of us got to wrap it up here soon, so we should take it to the main event.
They shaved Wheeler Yuta's head.
I could care less about that. It's whatever.
No. That was the greatest moment in wrestling history. What are you talking about? Exposed him for the ugly ass baby that he is. No. It was no. You need to care about that moment.
The greatest moment would be when Cassidy retires. That would be the greatest day in wrestling.
Oh hell! When Theory retires, you mean? When Theory retires.
When the Muppet Gang I'm sending to him is done, I'm sending him to New York for you. I'm tired of you.
Fuck that.
I'm tired of you. Dissing on Cassidy. No, because you sitting there praising Theory, but Theory ain't did jack crap with his career. It took them putting him with Paul Heyman for them to do something with him.
And he still
got more shine than that. And he ain't got to be put with Paul Heyman.
So next up, we had Kyle Fletcher, Mark Briscoe, Game 7 for the TNT title in a ladder match. Crazy bumps and spots, which stop meaning shit when motherfuckers stop selling. Briscoe,
don't get me started on that. That's modern wrestling in general. It's like
Fletcher. It was a great ladder match. Fletcher retains the title.
They ain't putting on ladder matches like they used to with the Hardys, because Jeff would be out for 10 minutes napping.
Yeah, I throw swanton through a table.
We don't got that no more. If you look at a WWE match now and go back 20 years and look at a WWE match, a ladder match, man, Jeff would be out napping for 10 minutes and then pop back up.
The style is changed.
And would be limping. And would be limping the next night too. See, Jeff, and it'd probably be a real injury, but Jeff was crazy like that. But the point is, they be hopping right back up. If I land on a ladder at 35, I'm not hopping back up. Why are you hopping back up? That's still aluminum.
That's still aluminum. They need to put emphasis on that. Reducing the match.
All right, so main event, MJF, Brody King for the world title. The Ice Chants aired uncensored.
There we go. As they should. I heard about that. As they should.
Is the Dynamite going to be in Minnesota next week?
The match was good. Bandito came out to cheer Brody on. That was cool. The only spot of the match I thought I was bothered by was when MJF kicked out of the Gonzo bomb. Like, bro, that move looks so devastating. You don't need nobody kicking out of that, even if it is the world champion, like a rope break or something.
It's the same man that got squashed in 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah. So.
Kicking out of finishes is getting old. I'm sorry.
Hangman went with one with the Heat Seeker. Hangman comes out. He's got the world title contract. So it's MJF and Hangman at Revolution. So that was cool. I think Grand Slam was a really good show. Had some really good matches on there. Revolution should be you're sure to have some bangers on there.
When is Revolution?
It's March, right?
Yeah, March something.
What the fuck is it?
It's usually
March. It's in early March. I can't
really?
What date. Let me check. I'm on AEW's website.
March 15th.
Okay,
so March 15th.
Okay,
so right around a month away.
Yeah, so they got time. So it was it dead ass is a month away. So it was a strong week for AEW, not a strong one for WWE. Elimination Chamber is, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's next Saturday.
I'm usually more excited for Elimination Chamber than I am.
It should be the Saturday after, so the 28th.
It's the 28th. The only reason why I know that is because it's my sister's birthday.
Yeah, it's my aunt's birthday that day, so that's how I know.
Right, I'm supposed to be going to a party for her. That's the only reason why I know.
They got a couple of chamber qualifiers. They got Trick Williams, Carmelo Hayes, and Damian Priest, and then
man,
Io Sky.
We got a melanated chamber match. I love it.
Yeah,
Io Sky, Kiana James, and I forget who the third person is in that match. Nia Jax. It's Io Sky, Kiana James.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
That's gonna be a tough one to watch.
Man, if Nia just get a hold of Kiana James, it's gonna be bad.
That's black on black crime, bro.
Man, it's gonna be bad. I'm sorry. I feel bad for being in that match. But you know what? Kiana been cooking. Kiana James has
cooking what?
Big
Cause
She-
what?
compared to before she went out with an injury, she
Okay.
sucked. She sucked
that's
before she
better.
went out.
I mean,
You're
that's
right.
that's
before she went
you
out.
been helping your friend shout
Last
on the
week,
floor, at least they
I'm
didn't
telling
kick
you,
the
bruh.
garbage.
I'm telling you, bruh. If you compare her matches to before she went out with that injury to now, she has made a more than a marked improvement.
That is fair. We talked about
That's
that
fair.
last week on the
That's fair.
podcast, so that's fair.
I thought she was not
Like,
that good,
hey,
and I
Hey,
did get one.
I ain't saying she like gold caliber. I'm saying she better than that bullshit she was doing before she came back.
Yeah,
I'll give you
Hey,
that.
Okay.
We missed
Hey.
that last week.
She learned the recipe or two. I ain't saying she memorized the cookbook. I'm saying she learned a recipe or two, and
She
that's
learned the
what she
recipe.
needed to do.
All right.
So is there anything, Thornton, since Grand Slam was the last show that we had this week, is there anything notable that they announced for Dynamite this week?
Let me check. What's the card for Dynamite?
For Dynamite? I don't know.
They had Dynamite. They're gonna be in Sacramento this Wednesday. Let's see what we have on the card. We got Kenny Omega and Swerve Strickland. So that's the only thing they got announced now. So that's on. They had
That's
AEW
the first
House
15
Rules.
minutes.
I do want to see that match.
AEW House
that
Rules.
should be
They
good.
had that house show this morning, right after Grand Slam Australia. So that was cool.
Yeah,
The inspiration.
that one, I like the card.
in
The
AEW
card
now.
for that one.
I heard.
I like the card for
heard.
that. I was upset
Yeah.
I couldn't watch
That came out of nowhere. Yeah.
Yeah, it did.
It's like
We,
they were
we're-
last minute almost.
We're in for some
TNA
interesting matches. I
TNA
think
lost a
AEW
lot of people recently, and they going straight to AEW.
Well,
I ain't
yeah,
mad at it.
Tony Khan's got a lot of money. It's a bigger platform, and some people in WWE has their priorities, and everybody knows they're not going to fit into those priorities.
I don't blame
Like,
them.
if
I
you
ain't
work
mad,
for
I ain't mad
WWE,
at him. I ain't mad at him at all. Get your bag. I ain't
Yeah,
mad
get your
at him.
bag.
Like,
Yep.
Like
even
Peyton
when
Royce
Ciampa
and
left,
I'm sorry.
even when Ciampa left and went to AW, I wasn't mad. I don't care, but I wasn't mad.
Look,
Eventually,
Ciampa
he
like,
more money than he did in WWE.
I'm like, let's see what you do. Make it more
Ciampa
right. You
said
gonna
the
be
money
jumping
was a big
around.
reason why he left. He wants more stability. I get it. You know.
It's going to be interesting to see what happens with Ciampa now that he's lost the TNT Championship. Where does he fit in that mix?
Yeah.
Collision meme.
Yeah.
I'm
He's
actually
not that-
agreeing with Joseph. I
Honestly?
think he gonna end up in the NWO in like a month.
Yeah. Give it a
I
month.
would like to see him and Kyle Fletcher run it back. Him and Kyle Fletcher.
Okay.
Yeah,
him and
I agree with
Fletcher
that. I
run
want to see
the
them run it back.
title.
I want Fletcher
Yeah.
out the Don Callis family. I do.
It's coming. It's coming. They've been
NWO.
teasing-
Don't
they-
call it Don Callis family. It's NWO. Whatever.
They say because I'm tired of talking all that low key bullshit. It's coming. Fletcher and Takeshita are going to break out and they're going to become big baby faces. It's going to happen.
Because you can't expect him to get the shine he needs when he's surrounded by 17 other people that need TV time. Like, how the fuck are you gonna get this guy over?
I mean,
Uh-huh.
he's one of the top 3 guys in the faction, so he's in a good spot. It's working for him, and joining the Don Callis family next to beating Will Ospreay has been one of the better parts of his career. So Fletcher, I think, is doing perfectly fine.
Either
No, I think
that
the
they-
Don Callis
they
family
slow
helped
burn-
Fletcher
they-
because Fletcher was
they
able to
cooled
stand
off
out.
on,
He's head and shoulders way above like a lot of the other guys in the Don Callis family.
right, I agree.
Oh,
With
yeah,
the exception of
No
Takeshita.
question.
him and Takeshita
Fletcher did that thing where you ever heard a woman say that she hangs out with ugly people to make herself
To
look
make yourself
better?
look better.
Yes,
Fletcher did.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Fletcher did the Don
Y'all-
Callis family.
That's a good
And
comparison.
y'all say I be wild and wild.
It was this one girl I knew in high school, bad as a motherfucker, but hung with the ugliest bitches you ever seen in your life, and I never understood why.
Like that to me is what
It's
Fletcher
something for
did,
everybody.
or what Fletcher is with the Don Callis family.
Yeah, so it's they cooled off on the Takeshita and Okada shit. They need to get back with that, but I think they're just waiting until All In, which why, Tony? Why?
Are we gonna care at that point? Probably not.
Probably not.
You'll care when the match goes down, but you're not going to care about everything up
But
until
before then, it's like whatever. Like, just get the match over with.
Right.
Just do it.
the match is gonna bang. It's absolutely gonna bang. And they're allowed to go all out because World's End was just the preview of what they could do with that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
So it's you got Swerve and Omega. TNA had a pretty good pay-per-view not pay-per-view, but a live event on Friday. They had No Surrender. I watched that. The main event had Mike Santana and Leon Slater against Eddie Edwards and Nick Nemeth. What I thought was interesting about it was Mike Santana is the world champion. Leon Slater is the X Division champion. Option C is right there. Nick Nemeth has the call your shot trophy, so he can get a title shot whenever he wants. And Eddie Edwards has the Feast or Fire briefcase shot for the world title. So Santana was in there with 3 guys who could challenge him for the world title. So it made for an interesting dynamic with the match. So that was cool. I think that was the only memorable thing that happened on the show.
Ariana Grace winning the title, the Knockouts title, right?
That surprised me. I'm shocked.
It was one match that had me cracking up. You had Mance Warner against 76-year-old Action Mike Jackson.
I saw that. I saw that.
When that old man did a suicide dive, I was like, "Hey, yo!"
There's no excuse for us to reach that age, man. Like, if he could do it.
I was like, bro, you never too old to chase your dream.
I don't know. That might not have been chasing a dream rather than just saying fuck it. But, okay.
It was the slowest dive you've ever seen, but it was like when your character got 0 speed on 2K, but once they fly through the ropes, they move in full speed.
Yeah.
Just accelerate.
Oh, hell no.
Bro, if nothing else, just go look up that spot. It was funny as hell. Like,
he gave it all he got.
Cool. They had a couple other things going on. I think Steve Macklin is he got fired with the Feast or Fire, but he's been jumping.
What was the point of the Feast or Fire? What was the point of it?
They're turning. It's their way to turn Macklin heel.
It just completely defeats the purpose of it.
It does. I don't like it.
But did you really expect something out of it? It's not a popular TNA concept.
No, but I figure if you're gonna do something like that, it should be followed through. Because now if they do it again, I'm like, oh, is it gonna matter?
Plus, you gotta weigh his options. Did you think Macklin's gonna go back to WWE?
Nah.
Do you see him in AEW, even though Deonna Purrazzo works there? Actually, despite that Deonna Purrazzo works at AEW, because what has she done?
Steve Macklin would just end up in the Don Callis family.
SmackDown, and you see her on TV now. You see her.
So it's a matter of, I like Macklin. I think he's really good, underrated in my opinion. But if they're doing something fresh with him in TNA, I'm all for it. So we got Revolution next month. Elimination Chamber is on the 28th. I think NXT is doing a big show in a little bit. I need to check that. Of course, you got WrestleMania and
Vengeance Day. They should have Vengeance Day coming up.
Vengeance Day, yes.
NXT Vengeance Day. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And then you got WrestleMania in April. So we got a lot of good stuff coming up. I think the WWE needs to kick into creative gears because y'all over here talking about
like outside,
y'all talking about ticket sales aren't really going too fast. I'm like, you reneged on New Orleans. You're going back to Vegas. The products suck.
Right.
Like, here's
and
my
the ticket prices are sky high. Why would you think you're going to sell out doing all that? Sooner or later, that bubble's going to burst.
Yeah,
has it felt like Mania season to you guys outside of Punk and Roman? No.
I was saying this yesterday. Like, why y'all raising ticket prices? You cut the house shows down. What are you trying to accomplish here?
And they're trying to block out the feeds for the show in Vegas.
Yeah.
In
the 50-mile radius.
The show is buying a ticket. That's crazy.
Really?
Sadly,
insanity
have always been a thing. They do it baseball too. I hate it. I hate blackout.
It ain't the first time. They did that exact same thing with WrestleMania 3.
Yeah.
If you want to see Hogan and Andre, you better get your ass to the arena because they blocked out pay-per-view access in the entire state.
Like, sports need to get rid of blackout restrictions.
Shit's insane.
Because if you gotta force people to buy tickets like that, maybe your sport isn't that great.
Right.
They have the power of the pen.
A good point.
They do great things with that pen, but they're not doing it.
Mm-hmm.
They lining their pockets with that pen.
Because they don't care about the pen, they care about their wallets.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Triple H's head is on a swivel. The second those ticket sales go down, and it's going to happen. It is going to happen. Sooner or later, that bubble's going to burst. There's only so much of them influencers and casual fans that don't give a shit about nobody not named Roman Reigns. They're going to go. They're not loyal. They're not wrestling fans. They're going to go and they're going to take their money and put it somewhere else eventually. When that happens, you better pray to God that wrestling fans are forgiven enough to come up to put up with your bullshit again.
And then right there, Triple H ain't careful. He's right there. I said he has.
And when that happens, Hunter's going to be the first neck on the line because he's the one in the face of it. He's going to be the one taking the responsibility.
And we were excited when he first came on ahead of creative. It was great for a bit, and now it's
he had built good rapport with what he did in Black and Gold NXT, and for the first couple years, he was doing very well. Late 2022 to mid 2024, WWE was really good.
Yes,
like the man had me watching SmackDown again.
Right. All right, y'all. This is probably a good spot for us to wrap it up here. Y'all got any very quick, brief final thoughts before we take it home here?
I think I didn't say all I got to say.
I just television here on out, man. Are we asking for too much? Like, that's all I want, man.
Yeah, I think WWE had a rough week. You know, I wasn't happy with the product this week. I'm glad that TNA and AEW, they had a better week than WWE. But you know, we can only hope for you know, a better week this coming week.
Like, if this Mania season tanks creatively and critically, there needs to be some serious discussions up in Titan Towers HQ as far as I'm concerned. Will they do it? Probably not. But they should.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Agreed. Well, all right, y'all. Appreciate y'all fellas as always. Big ups to Joe and Remy for coming in here. T, always glad to have you. Hell yeah, man.
I might drop in again. We'll see what happens.
I'll be back next
week. Yeah, you know, we rocking and rolling. You know, we figuring things out as we go. But appreciate y'all fellas for coming in. Appreciate anyone listening to your boys talk about some wrestling. This is your boy BDaMan with my peeps from the Bad Boys Podcast. Signing out.
Peace out, y'all.